King. Sir King. Sir King.
Canvas.
Sir King. Sir King. Sir King. Sir King.
All right, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Good to see y'all in the aftermath of the town hall meeting. I first want to acknowledge those who are here. What's up, Cheryl Sportman? Now, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. What's up, Detach Myself? Thank you for being a wonderful moderator. I appreciate you. Philly T, what's going on, girl? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. What's up, JLC87 Productions? I hope you're producing a great day. Marvelous Me, what's going on? How you doing? Good to see you. CMAC TV, what you mean, uh-oh? What you mean, uh-oh? Ain't nothing going on, uh-oh. Ain't no Cheerios over here. What's up? That's the ABCDELG. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Listen, I'm coming live, and I'm going to give you my thoughts. Now, everybody has something about the town hall meeting. Mr. Irrelevant, Mr. Thick Tongue, Mr. Dead Channel, Mr. Cloud Chaser, Mr. The students surpass the teacher, all that. Okay? Now, I'm not one to really be braggadocious and brag on my accomplishments, but when you've been disrespected for so long, when you've been one of the pillars of this sector or this application, you gotta pretty much like step on them, right? You gotta step on them hoes. So right now, the video is standing at 6K, and I didn't need to be on live for 6 hours or 8 hours to get 6K. Okay, and we hit 1.5, which is 1,500 people. People saying, "Oh, the numbers were boy." All that. I don't buy no numbers. Okay, and when you notice when people with numbers are boy, the numbers are 3K, 4.8. That's when you really say, "Okay, that's not actual." My chat was moving, so you can't say, "Oh, the chat wasn't moving compared to the numbers." It is what it is. All right, but I do want to say first, I want to say thank you for those who did share it out because I gotta be honest, we don't get those kind of numbers. So obviously there were some people who shared out the live, who pushed the live, who spoke about the live, and I appreciate them doing that. I don't know who they were. I did get notifications that it was shared, but I felt that it was shared maybe to other sectors. Maybe T.S. Madison shared it because I did tag her in the post. But I do also want to thank, you got to thank Bertha May Jackson for coming up. You got to thank Jay Dunn for coming up. I know that's a whole other topic, and you will get my insights into that situation. Thank you, Quanney, for coming up. Thank you, Ness, for coming up. Thank you, Tim Blaine. Thank you, Heidi. Thank you, Binary. Thank you, Urban. Thank you, some other people. Did I miss anybody? I think Quanney. I think I named the main people that came up. Thank y'all for coming over. I appreciate y'all coming over because y'all didn't have to. So I appreciate y'all coming over and hitting the live and so forth. I mean, being partaking in the live. So this is what I want to say about the situation. Everybody say, what's the point of the town hall? What was the point? It didn't have no point. It was to raise awareness. It was to call people out on their fuck shit. It was to let people know that while you sit up here making a mockery of the Lord, and not only are you making a mockery of the Lord, you're sitting up here making fun of people at the same time who are going through hard situations, and your shit ain't perfect itself, right? Because when Jay Wilson was over there, he was pressed. He was pressed harder than a panini. Over there with them folds in his head, looking like bed sheets all folded up on his damn head. Every time, that's funny, that's hilarious. Every time he said that's funny and hilarious, it's really stung. I'm like, oh shit. In his mind, he's like, oh shit, oh damn. He was really, really trying to figure out what was going to be said and hoping that nothing too much came out that blasted his ass, right? He don't watch, but all of a sudden he'll watch. Jay Wilson, you want to call me corny? You look like a corn and a dog. You are the corniest of them all. All them songs you be singing are the epitome of corniness. You got the nerve to call me corny. Are you okay? You the one that's coming live 6 times a day. And then on top of that, they spilled your own tea today. See, you told it yourself, Jay Wilson was about a month and a half ago. Talking, oh my God, y'all! I have so many great things are happening. So many great things are happening. I'm taking the class this, I'm taking the class that. But did you not forget that you was in the process of being ordained? I guess whatever that is, ordained education, whatever the junk that is. But now allegedly they put a halt to that. They put a halt to that because they've been abreast of your online activity. It is not consistent with the ways and mission of their ministry. That's why you got to go on live 68 times a day. Talking about, oh, he's when he's salary. Salary what? When you're a freelancer or an Uber driver or self-employed, you can take as many breaks as you want. That's crazy. He was trying to knock Ness. He was trying to knock Ness because I guess Ness, she has to adhere to her schedule for when she takes her lunch and her breaks, which is fine. That's part of being an employee. But to sit up there and make fun of somebody like that, that's why people don't like your ass. That's why you sitting over here confiding in Heidi, running and acting scared that somebody was gonna pull up inside your house and asking her should you get a gun or should you get a dog? It's not funny. It's not funny, but for obviously to get that scared that you worried that somebody gonna pull up at your house, you're obviously pissed off a lot of people, but you're not scared enough to sit up there and change your ways, right? Let me say something else that was very slanderous and defamatory on top of that, and I do hope you retract, and I do hope you no, he's not ordained. Let me tell you something. When I was in the background, I got that tea. I got that tea. But if you hear that tea, I wasn't gonna put myself in that situation. Obviously, it's a situation where they will congratulate some people for, I guess, how can I say it, on the path of ministry or getting ordained. Because this church that he was at, they were about to put him in a position of finance and education, right? And you got to hear the tape to understand the context and what it's in. Now, the context and where it was in, I wasn't putting myself in that situation. And I told the person, I said, "Thank you. I can't do that. I'm not gonna do that because I mean, even though Jay Wilson is a motherfucking asshole, I do have some I do have some principles that I go by at Avatar Nation. So no matter how much he's a defamer, a liar, and a slanderer, I'm not gonna violate my codes over here. But if you and I think Deanna played it, go look at Deanna's live. Deanna might even have it on her wall. I think Reed may have it. I shared Reed's live. Reed breaks it down very well. But he's not ordained. Now I don't know much about the ministry and whatever Kojic, whatever denomination, how many times you got to get ordained, and if it's different ordinations for different classifications in the church and stuff like that. But based on that, he's not ordained, and he's trying to go for that position or being ordained. And it's just like I said, they were praying over him or something like that. And like I said, I think, like I said, you'll understand why I didn't put that out last night when I could have, just because of respecting the situation and the context for where that was announced. That's what I was saying. What's up, CC? What's going on? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Karina Blackwell, what's going on? Very proud of your program last night. It was awesome. Thank you, Karina. I appreciate that because a lot of people had a lot of things to say, so I appreciate that positive uh, compliment. I do. Marvelous Me says he is so lame and so slow. He is. It's sad. It really is sad. What's up, Love Blake? How you doing, Mommy Popo? What's going on? We need you to what they say, apprehend that fake skimming ass pastor, Mommy Popo. Turn on your sirens. Marvelous Me said he was very impressed. Yeah, he pressed like a damn panini. Like I said, I was like, damn. He listened intently. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Do you remind me of somebody that killed somebody, and you wind up the police come like Law and Order, They come and approach him and say, Mr. Wilson, we have evidence that you have murdered such and such. That's hilarious. And then they present him with the information. They present him with the evidence. That's hilarious. That's funny. And you know he's guilty when he said that because he's just like, oh shit, they onto me. They caught me. You know what I mean? That's how I felt every time he said that, right? Every time I said that. But let me get to the part where he's motherfucking slanders of the film. And I do hope he comes with an apology because you know, never know how these streets evolve. One day you might need to, you know, take things to court. You said something very slanderous about Mama D. Mama D and I did not fall out, and I hate to use people as you know a chess piece, and I'm not referring to her as a chess piece, but I do feel when people start using certain people in their dialogue and in their battle, they are the piece in the position or their whatever they got going on. But Mama D, their issue did not come because she stopped giving me money. She didn't pay for no pedicures. She didn't pay for no manicures and all that shit. Okay, you got it wrong. Anytime I would say I was going to go get a massage, she would sit up there and be generous to contribute to whatever the expense was. Right? Our fallout came when she decided to do something in my chat that I was not happy about. So it wasn't because she stopped giving me money, right? She stopped going over to your broadcast because she got tired of you using them boys over there or those young men for entertainment. And she felt that she didn't connect with that. But like I said, I'm not using people. I don't like to use people as a pawn to get back at other people. But watch your mouth, Jay Wilson. Watch your motherfucking mouth because what you said was very defamatory and wrong and intentional. Your tone, your word choice was intentional. You sit up here and scam people. You sit up here and say you don't understand the ways of the church, yet you're using their ideologies and principles every day. Anyway, um, you're just a I never want to say someone's a despicable human being. Even today, when you're sitting up there about Vivian, you're gonna sit up there and tell her, I don't remember nobody's birthday. I don't even remember my daddy. I don't remember my mama. I don't even remember Mark's, and that's it. Wow. All that Vivian has done for you, and you have not committed her birthday to memory. It is not like I was just mad. She's been around you for years. And to even say that in someone's face is so despicable. It's so just, ew, it's just yuck. It's just yuck. Because you're doubling down on being an asshole. People calling you out for being everything that every endeavor that you had, from cruise ships to Dookie Towels to whatever, has been the brainchild of Vivian Jennings. And you can't even humble yourself enough to remember her birthday. That's how I know you would suck at being a manager. Because pretty much what bosses know is that their secretary is like the most valuable person on their team, pretty much. So you let me know you're not a boss. You're definitely a bully, but you're not a boss because Vivian is your secretary. And the most you can do is remember her birthday. You know? But you tell a lot by your actions and how you treat people. You're very selfish. That's why you're so saying, those Jackson State tickets are expensive. Oh, I'm like, okay, they must be like $250. No, I'm sorry, not at Jackson State, excuse me. What's that school we went to? Whatever. I forget it. What's it called? Damn. I can't even remember that memory. Anyway, you would think that they would be $250. $50 you're whining about? Trying to finagle ways of getting them telling, oh, Honest Road, those tickets are really gone up. Honest, you better get your ticket. And I'm like, oh damn, they must be $500, right? My $50 this man is crying about. Anyway, let's get to the rest of the night. So we talked about him. Like I said, the tip was to drive home a point. Can we make him get off YouTube? No. Can we report him to the Internet Safety Agency of the Internet? No, we can't. Is he cyberbullying and harassing people? Yes, he is. Right? Right? But Nobody's going to take it to the law. Nobody's going to take it to the court. But what we can do, we can bring awareness to it. And we can drive it home. Okay. So the other part I want to talk about is just what transpired last night. A lot of people, y'all understand. I am a producer of a show. What I put on is a show, right? There is a process, there's a thought process, there's an entertainment element to my show. Even though we were serious last night, I could only talk about Jay Wilson for an hour. I told y'all that last night. After that hour went on, the rest of it became entertainment because there was a lot of people in the house, and I felt like we need to put on. We need to just see how long we can let the show last. And I felt like that's what happened with the second part of the show. Now let's talk about Jay Dunn. Jay Dunn was allowed on the panel because nobody was really hitting the link last night. Obviously, Bertha May hit the link, but Bertha May was hitting the link not really in the essence of being a victim of Jay Wilson. Bertha May was hitting the link to get the show started, which I appreciate. Jay Wilson, I mean not Jay Wilson, Jay Dunn actually would have been a victim of the show, but she also knew a lot of stuff about what happened between Heidi and Tim Blaine. Now, obviously, she got a propensity to turn things on herself. Also, she said that she would call Heidi to come to the show. So you got to understand, like, she did try to reach out to someone to come to the show. So I have to take all that into account before I immediately dismiss her. Is Jay Dunn annoying? Is Jay Dunn controlling? Is Jay Dunn think she's entitled? Does Jay Dunn have a history of trying to out-talk others? And yes, she does. But I had to weigh her contribution to what we were trying to achieve last night. I'm a very fair person. I'm a very loyal person. So I had to take that into account. Because everyone's like, why did he allow her up there to do that? Nah, nah, nah. I just told y'all why. So I had to take that into account. Once I saw that was being abused, and now it was becoming annoyance to the people in the back, to the people in the front, and to the people to the side, and even to the people on the panel, then I had to make the executive decision to do what I did. Okay? All right? I'm fair. I'm gotta be fair in that capacity. So that was my thought process in that situation. Okay? Now let's talk about the people who were here with the Tim Blaine, the Heidi Fly, the Quanney, and all that. I was appreciative of what they offered, their insights, their stories, their interactions with Jay Wilson. I appreciate them sharing them with us. Did some of it get off topic? Yes, it did. But that's what happens when things are organic and you allow people to talk. They haven't talked in years. Some of those people haven't talked in years until last night. So, so they were able to maybe settle their beefs or squabble their beefs or whatever. But at the end of the day, you got to hear their gripe of what happened or why or what Jay Wilson did to them and what they did to each other. That's all I can say. Let me read what y'all. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Hold on one second. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Oh yeah, I heard you. I heard you. You was somewhere today. I think you was on Brianna's. Yeah, you said you were traveling to Detroit. I'm glad you were able to make it home safely to Detroit, and I hope all is well, Rico. Billy T says he did remember her birthday. I thought she was his own. Man, he's a user and abuser, I feel. And I honestly feel he thinks Vivian Jennings is annoying to some degree. What's her QI? QI says she don't has everyone in the B sector's phone number. Okay, well, somebody had to give it to her. She had to find a way to procure it, you know? Let me see what y'all saying. So, so yeah, so that's pretty much anything else I want to talk about. No, Heidi came with her boom mic. You know, I tried to turn that down because it was too loud. It was way too loud. Quanney, I don't know what happened with Quanney at the end. Everything was going great with Quanney, but I don't know. I don't know. at the end of that, I don't know if she started. It was weird because Envy or whoever that was said, "Oh, don't oh my bad, bro," and then she got mad about him nonchalantly calling her bro, which was unintentional. It wasn't a means of disrespect or anything like that. And I felt that was just kind of weird, to be honest. And then she started coming at me. Jay Wilson, that's not gonna ride. What you sit up there saying, I was sitting up there trying to egg or disrespect Quanney. Try again. That's not gonna work because I didn't. All I said was, girl, girl, like, just on that play language, and then and then she tried to turn it on me. So at that time, I felt like, okay, I see where this is going. We're not going to end on a curse out. We're not going to end on a negative note. So that pretty much, I let them go, and we let everybody else go. I mean, and that was pretty much the end of it. And that was it. I think it was a great show. I think it was great for the area. Like I said, I do appreciate those who came out. Um, I do appreciate those who were receptive to my marketing efforts, because I did come on people's panel and say, hey, we got a town hall. If you have any grievances against Jay Wilson, please come on and share them with the community so we understand how he is taking advantage of people. But what he has not answered during all those 6 lives, he has not explained this. He has not explained this right here, y'all. That what he meant about that he don't deal with people in the church. Yet himself is someone who's trying to be part of the church, even in an advanced form and fashion, by being someone of education and finance. Which is crazy to me. And in case you missed it, let me play that. Let me play that for y'all. Hold on one second. Let me play that for y'all. Let's see. No, I don't want to play that one. So hold on. Oh, it is. Okay. Oops, not that one. What is Jay Wilson says you so keenly and intently listen? What did you mean by this, Jay Wilson? We are all bewildered because you talk so much about everything, but you're not talking about this.
Right. Let me give you a good example. I don't trust church people. I would rather go to somebody who is atheist when it comes to doing business than church folk because they're always trying to pimp Jesus on something. And I'm just saying, that's from my experience. When people start saying, oh, I'm blessed and highly favored and talking that churchanese, that Christianese, it turns me off because I've seen it over and over and over again where they do some pitiful stuff. Now, spiritual people, one thing, but church folk, that's a whole nother ball of wax.
So pretty much you're a church person, Jay Wilson, right? Because all you do is try to pimp God and pimp Jesus, and that's what it seems. So that's something that I have not heard you address. That is something I have not heard you talk about, and I probably should. You can't. You're probably embarrassed that those words come out your mouth while you're someone who's intently trying to cement themselves with a position in the church. Now you better hope that don't get back to the church, because you're talking about spirituality and church. Wait a minute, now what's going on there? Are you conflicted in your soul, Jay Wilson? It's sad. All right, what's the other thing I want to talk about real quick? A lot of jealousy I heard today. A lot of jealousy. I was very from Pizarro to my, oh no, he didn't get those 1.5 on the chat. He didn't. And I was like, wow, you have a really stank attitude. Anybody that even does or as a threat of outshining you, you have nothing but hate in your heart. Nothing but hate. And I was thinking, if this woman would sit over here and stop trying to defraud the government, which is why she don't want to get her page monetized. Imagine the money she would be taking in every month. Her kids could eat better. Her man could have a better life. She could have a better life. She could be more independent. She could probably go on to see more places in the world that she decided to get that page monetized, but instead she wanted to instead live like a hood rat, stay a hood rat, and not monetize the revenue ways of her that's available to her. It's crazy if you step back and look at it. There's no reason for Pizarro to be jealous of any other content creator. She need to be jealous of, like I said, her ways of trying to circumvent the government of reporting income. That's what she needs because that's what's diminishing what she's capable of earning. Who ever heard of somebody? Oh, you got ability to maximize your income, but nah, I don't want to do it. I want to stay on go. I want to stay and get my food stamps from the government and shit. That's about to go. So you may be forced to monetize anyway. You know, I'm just saying, it's just weird. Like you over here counting what people trying to do and trying to shit on it, and that's not cool. That's not right. Because the last time I checked, you was the avatar too, and last time I checked, you get special exemptions and everything, but you the one that's sitting unmasked. You the one allowed here to hold a beauty challenge, a Halloween challenge, but we don't see what the hell. Nobody knows. See what you dressed up as or what you looking like. Crazy. You get so many special exemptions and bending of the rules for you. I think you forget that. Sometimes you need to stay on hush and stay on mute. Okay? Because I don't feel like you adequately played your dues to be where you are. Let's be 100 on that. All the women out here who are showing themselves, who put in that work to come to build a channel, and you get a cheat code, you get a cheat code, and they don't. And then anytime they get any kind of attention, you get mad because somebody promoting you or something this or something that, and that's not cool. That's not. If you think about it, that's not cool. You know, you get more public, get more press to the women who are coming out here showing themselves. So that's the key thing, showing themselves. And then you hating. You got the nerve to hate when you get like a free pass in a lot of categories. Like if the tables will return, you shouldn't even be getting as much relevancy as you are. Let's be 100 about that. You came from Tracy, who showed herself. Then you hopped your ass over to Brianna, who showed herself. Like that's crazy. And then they put you, and then you had the endorsement of Nika, who showed herself. So not any of those three people that I just mentioned, they all put themselves on Front Street. And somehow they gave you a pass not to, which is fucked up. And you one of the harshest critics of anybody out here. But you have the least reason to be. The least reason to be. Because at least Brianna come on here, she showed what she look like. Nika come out here, she showed what she look like. Tracy come out here, she showed what she look like. But they propping your ass up and you don't do none of that shit. You don't show an arm, you don't show a toe, you don't show a silhouette, you don't show nothing. But you expect to be treated with the highest of relevancy and respect and like prominence. But you giving up the least. So that's what I say. When you start hating on people, like it's like screw you. Because look at what did you put in? People still support you. It's fucked up though, because people still support you when you have not maximized the monetary streams that you're capable of having, and that's an option. That's an option. That's not my choice. That's an option. It's an option to not. You're not doing that because then there might be ramifications for you having to report by the government, right? That's the only reason. That's not our fault. You should be wanting to get off of public assistance. You should want to not have to stay on public assistance. Unless you're a damn criminal with a warrant and you don't want your ass coming up. And that could be another reason. You got a warrant or you got a kind of criminal history that might get your ass flagged. That's why I can't stand people who hate on other people because her closet ain't clean. They're gonna shit on my numbers. I ain't never shit on Pizarro. I ain't say, "Oh Lord, look at all the people." She must have bought those numbers. Oh, so she can't afford it. Somebody bought those numbers for her. I would never shit on your shit. Anyway, move right along. Let me see. One time I got on her replay and there were There were ads. I commented about it, and so did others, and she heard it. Can she be monetized without ads? Yes, she can. So Google can sit up there and put ads on your content, and you not be compensated for it. So yes, they can. Yes, but Google will let you know that they're doing that. Um, you know, so I don't think you can stop them from doing it, but it's either participate in their partner program or don't. But they still going to capitalize on the ability to um, make money off your content. So I think that's her situation there. So I don't think she getting money in that capacity. I don't think she may be getting money from there. So right. So Vibrant Love says YouTube may place ads on your videos and channels when not in a YouTube partner program. Exactly. What's up, lovely one? How you doing? Good to see you. Hope you had a lovely day. All right. And the last thing, I guess the last thing I want to talk about because it ain't too much really else to talk about since everybody was talking about me. Brianna, laziness. Brianna, don't come fucking live. Don't come fucking live. Don't because your heart's not in it. You don't want to do it. You're not all there. You're constantly getting interrupted. Oh, hold on, y'all. I gotta respond to this text. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. I gotta go. Bye. Brianna, don't come live. Don't. 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 Because technically, you stealing money from people who care more about you than you care about them. You don't want to be here. You said it on more than one occasion. If you didn't hear what she said today, she thinking about getting a lawnmower man and herself thinking about coming up with a scam for y'all to sit up there and do some kind of challenge or something so they can run away with the money. Did y'all catch that? Oh yeah. Mr. Pettyfield said it. Oh, we should do a challenge or we should do. So pretty much that means in breaking down and you two B set the terms, her to get a challenge going so they can run away with the money. So they're already thinking about the holidays and using y'all to get the money so they can abscond and use it for that's not Brianna, you don't come on here like that. Like your dedication ain't there. Like let me just give you an example. I hate to do that. I hate to do this. When Kimmy comes live, she don't come live often, right? She come live maybe what once a week, you can say now. What's up with Tanya Jones? How you doing? Once a week. When Kimmy comes live, she's dedicated to her life. The only interruption she may have is with her barking in the background, which is understandable. But you're not. You don't even want to be here. That live you did today was absolutely motherfucking atrocious. It wasn't good. It wasn't. You didn't want to be here. You didn't want to be there. It started from the time you hit that live button. You know, yeah. I read 3 books. Yeah, 2 of them were okay. Yeah, Mr. Pettyville and I are thinking about doing a challenge or something. Yeah. But yeah, I don't really know. Yeah, so yeah. And I'm like, what is this? What is this? This that ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. That's just let me clock in, let me clock out. See you later. It's starting there. I'll make sure I qualify to get my threshold check at the end of the month on the 21st. That's what I got. Just don't come. Just don't come. Because the audience feels it and you cheating the audience. So they ain't gonna rock with that too soon. The audience will give you so many passes, but they ain't gonna rock with that. They don't like to feel cheated. Lovely one says, I already asked why Pizza's having a salad challenge knowing she's not to be trusted. So, yeah, exactly. How you know she even eating salad? Right? If you're going to do a challenge, you need to be the main one showing that you're going to be in the challenge, right? Listen, y'all, pay attention. It's scamming season. I wouldn't call it scamming season, but they gonna be ramping up their efforts to get y'all money, and I just feel like, okay, that's fine, but don't be calling out other people who putting in work, trying to get to the bag too. Okay. Anyway, yeah, a salad challenge. I don't know. They're trying to eat healthy, I guess. Nobody one says, I don't think this is a sector for challenges. Period. I don't know. They come up with so many different ideas. You never know. They did us that challenge stuff because the sector was getting so dark. So that was a good relief from all that doxing mayhem that was going on before. But now I don't know. I don't know. All I do is try to stay in my lane, and when people start weaving in mine, I try to run their ass back into their lane. So that's why I'm kind of doing the commentary that I'm doing today. Because I'm like, damn, y'all nothing but hating, nothing but haters. Anybody got any other questions, anything like that? For those in my platinum chat, I'm gonna try to join the Zoom tonight. We'll see. I'll let y'all know if I do. Because I know y'all got some questions. But other than that, that's about it. I'll drop the link in case anybody has anything they want to remark about. Feel free to hit the link and tell us what you think. But once again, thank you to those who shared the live out last night at the town hall. I know there's people asking me to do other town halls. I am pondering that, so that's something that is on my mind. So we'll see how that goes. And then on top of that, based on the things that transpired last night, I am putting rules of engagement on. I think on my next one, because that shit, no lie, was stressful. Was stressful because I was telling my people in the platinum chat I had to sit up there, monitor my phone, monitor the back chat. Oh, let me talk about this shit real quick. Hold on. Let me finish my statement. Monitor the back chat, monitor the front chat, and monitor the people on the panel. Tulsa, 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 Tulsa. I thought long and hard about you today. Long and hard about you today. What's up, Urban? How you doing? What's up? I thought long and hard about you today, Tulsa. And I had to think about why you were treated the way you are. And then I had to think about why I feel like why I like Tulsa, but you know, Tulsa, you your own sabotager. You're a professional bridge burner. I've done nothing to offend you. I've been welcome of you, whether you have a dick or a coochie. Whether you have pectoral muscles or you have titties. Whether you have bat wings or biceps. I looked at your entertainment quality and only judged you for that. Yeah, I heard what you used to do and people used to say what they used to say, but I judged you based on our interaction and our interaction solely. Not what you did with somebody else, because what somebody did you did to them may have been based on how they treated you. But that bullshit that you did last night is unmotherfucking forgivable. When I was driving today, I said, you know what? I said, should I give her another chance? And I said, no, SK, we don't deal with snakes. No snakes can ever be forgiven because they can bite you again. What you did was wrong. That shit was not made for public consumption. I had not even accepted no offer. And then on top of that, if the offer did come to fruition, you didn't know that you was about to get some money off of that. But I guess you suffered so much trauma and hurt or people dropping you off from panels. That's on you. But see, I started looking at how that was my operation. That was my production and motion that you tried to fuck with. So with that being said, you're not allowed back over here. And I don't care if I'm struggling to have people hit the link. Please don't come back over here. I wish you all the best. But what you showed me, I don't need people like that. I've been betrayed. You gave me a lot of flashback with that moment. I've been betrayed on so many times on this damn app. It reminded me of the times that I have been betrayed. And I did nothing to it. I did nothing to deserve that moment. You can't tell me how to fucking engage and people in my back chat. I can have a whole motherfucking conversation if I want to. Until shit happens and I tell your ass to go, that's when you can throw your ass in a fit. But the nerve of you to sit up here and question how I run my shit and to do it on the end that was a private conversation on top of that, you wrong for that. And I had to realize you are where you are because you try to sabotage your own shit. You wrong for that, and I hope you know you wrong for that. What's up, Urban? How you doing?
Big dog, what's going on?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm doing good. Shout out to the nation, uh, all the mods out there. I want to read you something, Sir
Yeah.
King. So this is from. So if you work for a federal agency or a corporate body, um, or any type of industry that's regulated by the federal government, as a chaplain, I want to read to you their. Oh, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I affirm my unwavering commitment to maintaining the integrity of the chaplaincy profession, and I will hold myself and my fellow chaplains accountable for our actions in
Hmm.
accordance with the Chaplain Corps Code of Discipline and Code of Ethics.
Hmm.
Code of Discipline and Code of Ethics. I pledge to support these principles and these codes and will faithfully engage in their purpose to promote professionalism, dignity, and ethical conduct.
Well, he failed in all those regards. Ur- Urban, we got somebody coming up here. Hold on. Let me put something up real quick because I don't know these days. Hello, who's this?
Hey, it's me. Stop, drop, and roll.
What's up, Bertha man? How you doing?
Oh my God. Listen. Hey, how
Hey,
you doing, sir, on the panel?
what's up, Bertha Mates? Urban, what's going on?
Hey, Urban.
Never
You
spoke to
know,
you before. But you know what I
hey,
like about you, Bertha May, is that you're funny.
thank
You're
you.
naturally funny, and you poke fun at what you do. Kind
Thank
of like
you.
you remind me of what they do on the show. What's that guy, Sir King, the ex rapper that has the roasting show on TV?
Oh, Nick Cannon.
You remind me of people on the canon.
Thank you. I don't listen. I don't want to be malicious. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I just like to have a good time. I don't want to dox people. I don't know who want to know who you are in your real life. I just want to talk about you on here and have a good time. That's the only thing I'm about.
I love that about
Only
you.
thing. I love people who love me. Now, I came up here yesterday just to have a good time. But I had old booger bear that came up on here and ran me out. And the booger bear said I was I I was on Sir King panel first. I was the only one and the first one to hit his panel. No, I was the first one. I
Yeah.
wanted to come up here and have a good time. But when that booger bear came up, I had to leave. I mean, Sir King, how do you feel about your show yesterday? Do you feel like I want to know, what do you want from the outcome of your show? What were you trying to get? What was the outcome you wanted?
Well, I think we got what we wanted. I mean, the man was over there, like I said, pressed like a panini, with all them damn folds on his forehead,
Okay.
stressing, stressing the here, sweating. Using the wrong analogy for what he was going through. It wasn't funny. It was stressful. Okay,
Okay.
so he was put on notice, and he was made aware that his behavior is unbecoming. Like that's not something you can't make a mockery of the Lord. And then on top of that, um you're making fun of people who going through real life situations during the moment. That's not cool. That's not right. So
Wait,
you,
okay, Sir
mhm.
King, let me go ahead and Uncle Dimples. No, I'm sorry. I'm going to get back to you. I don't ignore you. Listen, Sir King, let me tell you something. Can you let people know, when you have people who like leave comments under your page, sometimes you can't get to everybody. Sometimes if
Mhm.
I do like a million posts a day on my community wall, sometimes I can't hit everybody up, but I love everybody and I want to. So Uncle Dimples, I don't really know who Uncle Dimples is. Do you know who Uncle Dimples is?
I don't know what Uncle Dimples is. I don't. I really don't.
Yeah, and I try to get to everybody, and I don't want ever anybody to think that I ignoring you or whatever. No, everybody's in my heart, but sometimes I miss a post, and then Sir King, if you notice, I
But
put about
Bertha, May,
10.
I think you need to elaborate on that, Bertha, May, because as us as content creators, we see your posts, but first of all, YouTube makes it very hard to comment and jump to the next and jump to the next.
Yeah.
Sometimes they ask you, "Do you want to discard?" and all this other crazy
Yeah.
stuff. It's like so we see it, but we don't. Sometimes we don't want to leave people feel left out, so we don't respond.
Yeah.
Because so it's a lot of psychology behind that too, responding to everybody.
And I want to show everybody who showed me love. I want to show everybody love back. But sometimes you can't go back to this post. This post erased. This post is this. You got some people over there talking about you like a dog on their post. I'm talking about giving you hell, telling you the worst person in the world, so you don't know what to do. I mean, it's a lot. They don't understand now that I don't do content. I just talk a little shit. I mean, this shit can be hard sometimes. I mean, especially I'm unmonetized, so bitch, I'm working for free. So if I can get to you, I'm gonna get to you. If I can't, I'm sorry.
I agree. And the money, ain't all that like y'all think y'all begging. Child,
No,
I
no,
saw
no.
no, no, no.
I was monetized for like 3 months, and baby, that was not what I expected. I'm like, I'm selling my
Yep.
soul up here.
Hmm.
I'm selling my soul. I'm coming on here, taking time out my day. And listen, I can be doing this and I can be doing that. I'm coming up here, and this is what my check is looking like. Now I know,
Mm.
like Jay Wilson said, he get, his check be like 2,000 with a comma on it. But listen, as many times as he come on, now I gotta tell him this. I figured out his check. He is making like $8.37 an hour after I figured out that. I got on there.
Mhm.
I'm like, damn, he come on here, I figured it out. He ain't even making minimum wage. Then you
Mm.
gotta sell your soul. Then you gotta have people that's gonna come in your real life, and then you gotta deal with a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, is it really worth it?
We don't know his financial I mean, who's he? How much he's in the arrears? He may be tremendously in the arrears, and he gotta do what he gotta do.
Well,
Mm.
I remember when people were talking about going over to Big O,
Mm.
and you introduced stereo to the sector
Yeah.
and talked about how YouTube was the best money. And then when he saw people getting checks from stereo, he said, "Oh, let me," he ran over to stereo. But I've said this before. I think it's been the most consistent check that he's received. It's been his best employer, since he, left his career behind in the airline industry. And I don't think anybody knows, why that happened. Most people retire from the airline
Well, he
industry.
said the layoffs would happen at that time.
Ah,
Exactly.
okay. So he was, for some reason, I could go into detail about
But
why people are laid off during
well,
Trump.
he was saying his story was that they had the mass sale because I guess I don't know the economy maybe, and he survived the first round, but then the second round came and he didn't make it. So
Yeah, his personality is abrasive. Do you know what I mean? I think that's
mm.
been consistent. What we see here, it's not a show. It's his personality. So imagine him being your coworker. Um,
Yeah, but this environment can take it can wear down your dog on body and your spirit. Just
Mhm.
think you have to get up every day and talk about somebody and be. Some of us can be very they'll say mean and cruel. Just think you'll lose yourself on here. That's something I never want to do. I always want to be me. I mean, you got to get on here. You listen, you got to look at other content creators because you ain't gonna have nothing to talk about. I know he don't like Jay Wilson. He don't look at nobody. He looks at nobody. Okay.
Nobody.
I don't watch these people, but he be
Yeah,
watching.
I don't watch these people. Yeah, yeah. He don't watch nobody. So just imagine when you don't watch nobody to have to come on and do a show because you ain't watching nobody to ask people from the audience to come up and tell you what's going on because you ain't watch nobody. You don't watch nobody. Ain't that something when you don't watch nobody?
Mm. It means you are uninformed and lazy. That's what it means. So
Yes, when you can sit back and you can have Catherine Powell, you can have Hershey. I think she black Hershey. You can have Tulsa. He black Tulsa. You can have Tim O. You can have who else go come up there and just drive his show so he can make money. So him not watching anybody. You can have Vivian up there talking about her chi chis and all of that. Oh Lord, a nigga with some chi chis. But I mean, you have all them people that can come up there and feed this man who watches nobody. He's telling you he's getting paid, but you can't wait to get up there to sit next to him to feed him. I mean, it's weird. They're a bunch of weirdos. Ro, Brian, Tommy, Castro, all of them. Everybody is weird that they go up there. Ain't none of them monetize or get money for it, but they go up there and carry his show.
Yeah, I
mhm.
mentioned this yesterday. He has, I don't think it takes that much ability to see people that are hurting or going through things to kind of step on them, but that
Yeah.
seems to be his pattern, is to step on people when they're down.
Well,
When
now
they're
I disagree with you. I don't think there's no victims. I think they're volunteers. They volunteer to go up there and put their life on the line and act a goddamn fool. Cause you see, he'll tell you. He ain't telling you none of his business. You gonna get up here and run my pockets up and tell me all your business. So who is really the dummies? They're the dummies.
Yeah, I agree with that, in some perspective, that if you put yourself out here on social media, but he tends to bully and target, in other words, kick people when they're down. And you don't see that, here. What I've noticed in the B sector is when people are down, everybody tries to join in and support. They donate money, they try to help. I've seen people get their electric paid, rent paid, car, purchase whole new cars, bicycles, all kinds of things. They tend to want to help out when people are down,
Yeah.
but he does the reverse. It's kick you when you're down.
Well,
Yeah, and then you gotta understand, Bertha. I mean, he went over there to their lives and kind of provoked them a little bit, which kind of eggs them on to go over to his live to settle the score. So, a lot of people don't see that because he don't hit the panel. And
Well, I have to disagree with you. I'm not taking up for Jay Wilson, but I see that they all want some type of um they all want like want him to pat them on the head. Good job. They all gravitate to him for some reason. I don't understand it. I'm
but
just
that's
telling you.
that.
That's the
But you're
pastor.
missing
That's the
right.
pastor title, right?
There's
You learn how to use that to
yeah.
his advantage. Go ahead, Sir.
That's the role that though he knows they're missing a male mentor
Okay.
Mhm.
or a male figure in their life. So he knows that they salivate for that kind of attention and conversation. That's why
And that's
Brian keep going over there.
and that's in our community. You know, we're
Yeah.
very spiritual people, right? We look to pastors as leaders. His moderators are called what? What does he call his moderators?
Uh,
Following
Really?
uh,
behind following
The
behind the church. What does he call his moderators?
ushers.
the
Ushers.
ushers.
Exactly. Yeah. So he uses that as textbook example of manipulation.
But can I ask you, what age does you stop? What you mean? That's ain't that like teenage or kid
Mm-mm.
stuff? I mean, when you 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, you're not going to allow any mess like that. They
No,
want over. They want his approval. They want, and they. I mean,
but
it's
yeah, Bertha
weird.
May, you're not a man,
No, no, no,
right?
no. Ain't no man
You're,
now.
right. You're a woman.
Okay.
So if right,
What that got to
so
do with something?
well, because you don't understand the role of a father in a boy's life. And if that's something that they always yearn for, he
Mm-hmm.
may be the closest thing to it.
Yeah,
No,
bingo.
but Jay
Bingo.
Wilson be
Bingo.
yeah, he be making fun of them and talking about them. So how is that
Right,
a
but you see
father
that's
figure?
but you don't see the other part that he does where he tries to somewhat give him semi wise counsel, like dangling the bait. Oh, I'm gonna help you a little bit, but I'm gonna trash you next. So they
Yeah.
get they get the veggies and the dessert at the same time.
And he can
Which
read the trauma, especially, when you're talking about LGBT related issues, but he can see the trauma. So, and instead of, you know, taking the path of a mentor, he takes the path of exploitation.
Yeah, and you know what? Lord, like I said, I'm not defending Jay Wilson, but by the time after he got through making fun of me and talking about me, talking about my doo doo and all that, I feel so bad when I run off that panel. I never want to go back again. But they go back the next day. That's
Yeah, I
so
mean,
true.
there's so much trauma. Have you ever thought to yourself, I told this story before on Sir King's panel, but I had a very close friend of mine that fell underneath of my command in the military that was being abusive to his wife. And you think to yourself, well, why do you keep going back? Why do you keep going back to the abuse? And there's a connection there where people seem to cling to their abusers. And he understands that and he knows how to manipulate that.
But maybe for some reason, I think that these are men. I always think like men are supposed, like you can manipulate a woman and she
Mhm.
can be big, fat, nasty, crusty, and rusty, and you can tell her she's so beautiful, she fine, she's a bad mama jamma. She'll believe it. But these are grown men. These are grown men. So I always just
well, but
look
you
like,
don't. But you don't. I don't. I'm surprised you keep saying that because grown men are always looking for a leader,
Mhm.
and based on what Keena said, I'm going to reflect it right here. They're looking for someone who they can see they can aspire to. He brags about his academic accomplishments. He
Mhm.
brags about his religious accomplishments. So he's not
Mhm.
only bragging, but then they also look at his material possessions. Oh, they
Mhm.
see he has a nice house based on what some say, and
Mhm.
definitely they think he got it all. And therefore they say, oh, that's the person I should be modeling my life after and talking to. So you
And
got you got to
a
look
lot of
at it.
people that come on social media are hurting. They're looking for another family, another version of family. And, that's the attraction of looking for a new family, another version of family, a virtual family, and it's easy to exploit. You see that all over YouTube. People exploiting people who are lonely. People who have difficulties forming bonds with people. You see a lot of that type of exploitation on YouTube.
Because Bertha May, I asked Brian, I said, Brian, do you have any male figures in your life? Because I was curious, just like you. Why he keep going to Jay Wilson? He said, yeah, Jehovah. So when he answered,
No. Do you remember he told us how he got brothers and he got sisters that's rich
did you,
and
but
I,
Bertha May, did you listen to what I just said? Does he have any male figures in his life?
he said he got
Not
brothers and he
okay,
got
but
sisters and
Bertha
they're
May,
rich.
are you listening to what I'm saying? See, that's what I'm
No.
saying. People are thinking at different analytical levels on here. Does he have
Okay.
any male figure? Your brother may not be your male figure to you. He looking
Well,
for someone that he could pattern his life that he has admiration for. His brothers may be the one that's up there and bully him for being gay. So they're not male role models or male figures in his life. But someone just like Jay Wilson is.
Hmm.
Jay Wilson bullied him for being gay. I know
Um,
what
I'm not
yo,
doing a thing. Not
That
doing
goes
yo.
back.
a thing.
That goes back to what I said about being attracted to your abusers.
Okay,
There's
okay.
probably women. There's probably women in the chat that understand that or may have been through that. But we see that where people just won't leave their abusers, or they tend to cling to the trauma.
Yeah, but you know what? I know it. I mean, I look at it like this, and I'm sorry. I look at everything on here as comical. You know what? But sometimes when I look at them, I don't really pay attention to them much. I'll tell you the truth, because none of them are very comical. I don't see it them as being funny. Brian gets up here telling how he was molested by the neighbor, him and his
Mm,
sister. And I mean, why are you over there telling Jay Wilson all of that stuff? That stuff, no, you need to be on the couch. I don't think that stuff is funny. So I don't get
mm,
out into that. I don't think nobody should be on here telling stories like that. And then you
mhm.
got Jay Wilson talking about, baby, I don't tell my business, but they want to come over here and tell all their business. I mean, I
And he
think that
does. He does share his business. He's often talked about. That's how people know so much about him. But I'm curious, Bertha May, what's your horoscope sign?
I can't tell you.
Jay Wilson.
Let me. You seem like I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm getting Sagittarius.
Not at all. No, no,
Um,
no, no, baby. No, no. You know what? Let me tell you something why I don't believe in horoscope. Because nobody on here is like me. And I'd be like, these people is born on my date. I mean, none of these people are like me. I think
okay,
all of
well
that
maybe
horoscope
it's Libra. If it's not Sagittarius, it's definitely Libra.
with Libra, that's like in October or something.
I don't know what month that is, to be honest
Cause
with
that's like Fabe and stuff. It's like Libra. Fabe, I think Fabe and King Roman and all of them. Like I think they like Libra. They like in October. Not at all. Not at all. I'm telling you, nobody. I'm telling you, I was. I am so me. Nobody. I'm telling you, I can be born. I don't. That's
Capricorn.
why I don't do that horoscope stuff. Cause I have a bunch of kids, and all of my kids have different horoscope.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody is the same. It's who you came from. It's who you came from, your lifestyle, your living, and I hear people say, oh, you a
Train up a
cancer.
child. The Bible
You a,
says, train up a child, train up
yeah,
a child. Yeah, and so it's your roots.
exactly. And they all be like, well, you a cancer. That's why you accept this and that's why you put up with that and because you a cancer. And I
Mhm,
don't believe in any of that stuff. I believe, it's who raised you. It's your upbringing. It's who
mhm,
I don't believe in horoscopes and stuff. And I tell people who even you know, who I kick it with, who come over to my page. You can't
Mm,
tell me what I am because you wasn't raised with me. We could be born on the same date and stuff.
mhm,
Your mama could be a crackhead. I had the best childhood of my life. I'm telling you, I had the best childhood of my life. And my kids can tell you, they had the best childhood. Everybody got a different zodiac. So it's
mm,
not about that zodiac is who is your mama, who is your daddy, how was y'all raised. So
mhm.
I promise you I don't feed
I
off
asked
into
that
that.
because you're very insightful. Like you. I have this saying where I talk about seeing around corners.
Okay, what
You're very insightful.
that's just because
Very
who I am and where I was raised.
yeah. You do a good job at
Herbert, I think you
looking
cut out
looking.
a little bit
Okay, you
your
can hear me,
statement
Sir
that you
King?
were saying.
Can you hear
So
me?
now we hear you, yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. I was saying that you're very insightful and that you seem to have an ability to look around corners, to read people very well. Some people call it discernment. I've noticed that about you.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm telling you, that's just life lessons. It's not about what day, what month. Listen, my birthday, my birthday passed not too long ago. I could have came on here and been like all of these people. I'm finna have a birthday party. I'm finna do this. Listen, I ain't getting $1. Ain't nobody even know that
Oh,
I was just happy to wake up. I said
amen.
thank you that I'm
Amen.
alive.
I
I
hear
didn't ask
that.
these people for nothing. All these folks want to come on here and do the
Mhm.
shucking and jiving for their little change. No, thank you. And anybody who come over there and watching me, thank y'all. They never knew it was my birthday or whatever. I was on here one day on my birthday. But I thank
Mm.
everybody, just the people who like me. Now the people who don't like me, I thank them too.
Okay. All right.
Now, Sir King, you very quiet. What are you doing in the background? I don't know what you're doing. I don't know. Is you looking at a picture of me and getting hot and bothered? What is you doing?
Uh-oh.
I'm looking at them chipmunk cheeks on your avatar.
Yeah,
Oh
you like it, huh?
no,
How
it's
about my smile? You like my smile?
you seem very happy, like it's your birthday.
Yes.
I seen you use that picture on Esther um birthday from Red Fox, Sanford and Sons TV show. I seen you use that.
Yes. Yes, Aunt Esther love money, baby. You know Aunt Esther used to be an exotic dancer too.
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, 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 yes. I loved her. She used to be an exotic dancer. Yes.
Mhm.
Like Heidi, right?
You know what? Let me tell y'all something. Sir King, I did not watch your whole show after Jay Dunn ran me off. I
Mm-hmm.
was so mad. I tried to stay around, but me and it was a bunch of us who left your show because Jay Dunn really got under our
Oh, trust me,
nerves.
I saw about 500. Yeah, I know. It's a mass exodus.
I mean, because I know y'all still play with Jay Dunn. Cause you remember I was in your chat when she pulled out that pow and stuff. And
Mm.
on that I know, and everybody still play with her. I'm not. I mean, yes, you, God, when she not
I
happy.
was in a weird position
Yeah,
because y'all and I broke it down earlier in the show. She said that she was trying to attempt to come get Heidi to come to the show. So
anybody
that
could have
be
told Heidi to come over there. Heidi wants to be seen and heard, so that ain't no big deal.
listen, I don't navigate in the background like that, so I don't know who
Me
got
either.
access to who. So all I know is that they shared a moment in time in real time. So she was going to try to benefit the show at that time. I said, okay, then do what do what you could do, and that's what my rationale was. So, but when it got to be too much, I had to do what I had to do.
Yeah, but you can't sell your soul like that
I'm
for
not
a
selling
act.
my soul. It's no selling. There was no exchange of monetary gain. It was so called putting on a production. I would
Yeah.
have really looked like a motherfucking fool if you had just hit the link and nobody else.
Oh no, I would have brought the boys to the yard. But I'm saying this, we could have we could have brought We didn't need listen, now you know it that comes with a lot of stuff behind her. You know, listen, if
But
people
you,
paying
but
thousands,
y'all looking at that, it may have done more harm to Jay Dunn than what y'all could ever think, because Jay Dunn was put on full blast. Every live you went to today, it was like, oh my God, Jay Dunn, Jay Dunn, Jay Dunn. So if anything, she really soiled her reputation more than anything last night.
you
So
think
it may,
you think she
yes.
care? You
Well, I
think
don't. No, I don't know if
what a
she cares.
reputation? I mean, we talking about J
Well,
Dub. J Dub
I know it. You
nuts.
know. Well, I feel she'll get ostracized more than ever, though.
No, listen. How many people really go keep her from their panel? I mean, because they know that, like the people who collect money, they know they can make money out her head. They know we have her up here. She thinks she an OG. We gonna get paid out for her. You gotta think who let and who like it's just like her and like Dory. You know, they want Dory to come up there. They know they're gonna get money to drop Dory and get. I mean, these are it's no brainers.
Hmm? I see what you're saying, but no money was made on the head of Jay Dunn last night. So
I believe you. I believe you. I believe you totally. But I believe that Jay Dunn and the threatening of your page, Jay Dunn, when she doesn't get her way, she start threatening folks. And I don't like that.
I can't do anything about that. I really can't, because I really can't. I didn't do nothing to her. I gave her many chances I could. I had to do what I needed to do to preserve the integrity of what we were trying to do last night. So
Okay. Okay. So so what do you think the outcome was last night? Let's talk about that.
I think it
What
was
do
the
both of you
outcome.
gentlemen? I want to hear both of you gentlemen say what do y'all think the outcome?
I think the outcome was great. I think the outcome was great. People were informed of the nuisance that is Jay Wilson, but they also were able to hear that from some of the OGs or some of them people who you could consider, entertainers in this area, and they got to hear from them directly.
You talking about
So
OG? Some folks don't even come on half the time. We don't see them.
when I said OGs, that could be retired. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, it's a good history lesson. Because
Okay.
there's a lot of new people that are around, in these spaces in this era. So it's a good history lesson to kind of see it live in effect. And so that's a good lesson for them to learn of what people have been through, because you could kind of see, like, when Heidi was talking, you could see the pain, you could feel the pain of what she talked about Jay Wilson being, that she considered him to be a friend. And I'm
But
aware
he
of that,
said,
where Jay
but
Wilson
didn't
came
he
to
say?
visit her, she rolled out the red carpet for him.
But he said, ain't no friends on YouTube. He told us this years ago. So why would you consider him to be a friend? I live in Texas. I
But you
live.
can't. I mean,
I
come
would
on. I
never think
mean,
he gonna be my
I
friend.
think that's kind of facetious, and that's not being
Oh, for
disrespectful to
real?
you personally. Yeah,
Okay.
because she gave that man the royal treatment,
Hmm.
like in
Her
real
fault.
life.
She rolled out
Her
the red
bad.
carpet, treated him like a VIP.
Right.
Her bad. Her fault. Don't know. I mean, if you think about it, that's how she chose to do all that. Jay Wilson, tell us on here, we a bunch
Hmm.
of stanks. I mean, we
Are you
are.
are you are you a Jay Wilson stan?
No, no. But
Yes, you are.
I'm just telling you the truth. The man tell us what we are. Yeah.
But that's not
Hmm.
what he was saying. Listen, Bertha man, that's not what he
Okay.
always said all the time, though.
Yes, he
That's
do.
something. No, that's something he started maybe about 2 years ago, saying there are no friends on YouTube, because on here before he was all open to that. He was having when at
No.
King Jazz. Yes, he was. He had King Jazz at his house. He had Fire Baby at his house. If ain't no friends on YouTube, then why do people you open the door to those people then?
because he wanted people to
Okay.
see his
No, no,
goddamn gone environment.
no,
He
no,
wanted people to see that he was
mm-mm,
living large and
no.
stuff. You
He
think I'm gonna
changed.
meet Jay
He
Wilson?
changed his
He's
ways.
smacking and eating
No,
and all that
that's current
banging and
day.
stuff.
That's
You
current
think
day,
I want to
Bertha
see
May.
him?
Sorry, Bertha May. That's current day, Jay Wilson. I'm talking about the Jay Wilson before he adopted that moniker. He did believe in friends on YouTube, and once he adopted that moniker, is once he got burned too many times and people turned on him. Then he started saying there's no friends on YouTube. But before then, he really thought there were friends on YouTube, and he
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
showed that by welcoming strangers into his house.
Well, let's go
They
Mm-hmm.
were
ahead. Since
friends.
you want to talk about that, let's talk about this. Do you remember when he never even told anybody that he was gay? Then that's the Jay Wilson when I used to wake up in the morning when he would do his preaching and singing and stuff. This was
Talked about
2016,
that. Yeah,
2017.
talked about that
So
yesterday. How we used to give sermons.
so what about that Jay Wilson? He never told those women. He never, and I was a woman too. He never told us that he that ain't nobody had no chance of getting it. Okay, he always just let everybody know that basically it's whatever. So are we going to?
Well, let me ask you this, Bertha May. What
Okay,
attracted you? What
I
attracted you to his
listen. I ain't attracted to Jay Wilson. I just
now,
like
not as
his.
a man,
So,
not sexually or anything like that, but
oh yeah.
you said you used to listen to him.
Uh huh.
What was the draw? Was it because he was a pastor? Like, what was the draw?
Well, you know what? In the morning times, listen. I like Jay Wilson because in the morning time, that's when they used to do his little preaching and stuff. That's before he started doing all that goddamn singing. Now I ain't no. I don't need you to sing in my ear. But listen, but then when he started being comedic, when he this was before the Kaya and Maddie stuff happened. Then
Okay.
when he latched on to that, oh my God, he was so funny. He was so funny when he latched on to that. Listen, I love the folks who latched on to that. So that's how I really, really became. That's before it was, they said it's the beef sector and all of that. No, it's
Mhm.
not the, I mean, yeah.
And he
But that's how
stole
I,
a
I,
lot
I,
of. I actually
I,
heard a broadcast where I think he deleted it, but are you familiar with the person named Funky Doniva?
I love listen, I look at Funky Donique, but every day or every other day, Funky
I
Doniva
saw a
was so
video.
drunk the other day or high, but he had white powder all in his nose and stuff. Yes.
Oh.
Do y'all remember when he came down here in ZX? I mean, and BS ran his ass off. I mean, yes. I'm
Yeah, I've seen
sorry.
a lot of those old videos. I don't know if it's still on his channel, but there was a video where he addressed the B sector specifically, and he talked about Jay Wilson stealing his catchphrases. Like
Yep.
Hmm.
if Jay Wilson says "down to the," whatever.
And oh nasty that piece of that's
Right.
Funky Dineva. That
Yeah.
is Jay Wilson transformed himself into Funky.
And he
Funky
still
was
uses
over
it
here
to this
with
day.
us.
He still uses it to this day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Funky was here. I know don't nobody wanna claim like the beef sector, but yeah, Funky was over here with us. But yeah, Jay Wilson got all of that from, him. But is that a
Yes, it
bad
was.
thing?
Yeah, that was, especially when that situation with the chicken.
Yep.
Yeah,
The chicken bones on the table.
yeah, yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we are, everybody over here are so, um, what I'm trying to say, different. So, I mean, so I don't see that Jay Wilson is doing anything worse than what Jay Dunn is doing. Jay
Hmm.
Dunn is torturing us. She is. I mean, Lord. I'm in goddamn witness protection. Jay, what is Jay Wilson doing worse than Jay Dunn?
Playing with God.
Honestly.
From my perspective, just like what Sir King said, playing with God and playing with the church.
Oh, okay.
There's retribution, for that. I don't think that's something that you can play with. And there is a very clear example. People talk about that God will continue to send you the same lesson over and over and over again. I don't think Jay Wilson's probably on his fourth or fifth job. And God keeps sending that lesson back to him
Okay.
about how to treat people, how to talk to people.
But
Um,
listen, do we know what's really happening to him in his background? That's why I don't take things serious, you know? Or do you know what's really when he cut on that? I mean, he go live 27 times a day because he have to go live. I'm telling you, if you don't have to be on here so much, you're not going to be on here.
Mm-mm.
This man needs this. That's why I
well,
don't.
what I've seen a pattern is whenever he loses a job, he
Okay.
goes live 50, 11 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts cursing people out. So when he loses a job, he will curse you out, call you all kind of, whatever he can come up with,
Yeah.
ungodly things, because he's upset about continually to going through these cycles of where he loses a job, people call his job, this job was lost, that job was lost. And at his age, these are careers, and he keeps God keeps trying to teach Jay Wilson the same lesson over and over and over again. He still hasn't picked it up.
Yeah, but this is what I want to say this too. By him not even, I mean, losing jobs, doing this, doing that, it ain't hurt him. I mean, those people still go give to him. That's why
How can
I
how can
think
you
I
say
said
it?
that.
How can you say that hurt him when he had to put two payments in the back?
Yeah, but let me tell you something. It's a bunch of stinks over here. They gonna make sure they hit that cash app. They even got him a water softener. I'm like, what is all that he buying this stuff, baby?
That,
These
that's why the
these
pastor
went.
thing works. That's why the whole calling himself Pastor Wilson and talking about that he has
Well,
his moderators and
I'm finna
ushers.
be Pastor Bertha mate, cause I need
There
me
you
some
go.
money too.
There you go, Bertha, man. Follow that example.
They don't give me nothing. I don't get nothing. I'm finna be Pastor Bertha. But you know
Yeah.
what? They love to get a men too. Listen, I'm finna be like them. Ooh, they get a men first. I'm just playing, y'all. Just stop it. I'm just playing. But yeah, I think this too. I what the Rico, the Castro, the Tommy, the Brian, the Catherine Power. You got TMO. You have oh shit, who else? The Hershey. You got Tulsa. You got all of these people have to be what is it? Hurt and damaged in a life that they sit up there and they give him content. Well, he tell them, I don't watch none of these people, but thank y'all for coming up here and telling me what to talk about so I can
But
get paid.
let me ask Christopher W. and Keena this question. If he was talking about you, would your feelings be different? If he was calling you out and talking and dogging you specifically, I'm sure your sentiments would be different.
Hey,
I would
Chris
never,
W. And
I
hey,
would,
Keena. I'm sorry.
I would never on my watch let silence be an indication of acceptance. Wasn't raised that way, ain't gonna be that way. Never, never, never. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Everybody trying to get that man a pass. I give a lot of people passes around here, but when you start playing with God, no.
Yeah,
You know how many?
I don't think people is giving him a pass at all. I think y'all are misreading things because baby, they tearing his ass up. And you know what? He unbothered. You know I don't even watch them people. I'm
Hmm.
unbothered. But
Yeah, okay, so you're telling me he's so unbothered that people got a tape of his actual announcement of him. I don't know what it was, being ordained, not ordained, or beginning the process of being ordained. That's some real life shit. That's somebody that's in that church or in that circle where they were announcing that ordainment and take that. Do you not know how many people you must have pissed off for someone to infiltrate your church to get that? Y'all think that this stuff is just, oh, he's just talking and nobody's bothering. No, he's pissed people off till they have infiltrated his church to get a tape of him being introduced as being on the process of being ordained. Is that not that's serious?
well,
That's a
you
wake
know,
up call.
well, Sir King, now you know everybody get it from me. I talk about everybody. And I do think it's a wake up call. I think this too. I think that Jay Wilson, he gonna listen. Everybody gets it from me. I talk about everybody. I tell them if you ain't coming to Houston, Texas, and doing shit, I'm talking about you. You can come down there and do it, but you're by. But listen,
Everything's big in Texas, Bertha, man.
everything is big in Texas. You better let
Okay,
them know.
so
And listen, I want them to know this too. Jay Wilson, you listen to him. He tells you. Jay Wilson is not a cuddly, like a cuddly person. Like, oh, thank you for coming up here. I am so happy. I love you cuddling. He ain't cuddling up to
no.
nobody.
Okay, well,
He
you need to change that then. That's why he gets so much hate. I want to say thank you, Heidi. Heidi has blessed the platform. Thank you, Heidi. So thank you for having me again. The show
How
was
to
a talk with
fly.
the sector you rock. Yes, thank you, Heidi. And thank you for coming over. I appreciate you being here and sharing your experience as well. And
thank you, how to fly. I'm
we
about
wish you
20
the
minutes away from where you grew up with.
How to fly. I know you're a cigar smoker. What's your favorite cigar?
Oh Lord, and I don't smoke nothing at all. Oh
what's
Lord,
up, Keena? How you doing, Keena?
we don't do no smoking around here.
Keena, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
You're very low. Very
Why
low.
you
Hold
ain't put
on.
it on a plate then?
Because I just brought it in the house right now.
Okay. Oh no. Wait, we can't hear you, Keena. But
Okay,
raise your volume up. But
let me see.
let me see. Okay.
Yeah,
Bertha May, have you ever?
I think
Jay,
she
Jay
put
Wilson's had.
she
Oh,
put
go
her
ahead.
she put her cell phone mute, Urban. She
Who?
got
Bertha
smart.
May?
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh,
And Keena, we can't hear
okay.
you.
You can't hear me at all?
No, I hear you. I hear you now, but you sound very distant.
Yeah. Uh, my volume's up. I don't know what's going on here.
We can make out what you're saying.
Okay. Yeah, you were asking, um, well, before I answer your question, I don't read the comments anymore. I've learned that a long time ago about looking at the chat. So, sorry. But anyway, what was your question again?
Oh, I was saying if Jay Wilson was to dog you and Christopher out directly, would your sentiments be different?
Okay. In the first place, I don't hit links. So, how are you doing, Sir King? This is the first time I've ever hit your link.
Thank
Uh,
you.
I hope you and is it Isaac?
Urban,
Urban.
Urban.
Okay. I hope you all are well. I don't hit links. I know what the sector gives. I've been here for 8 or 9 years at this point. So I don't hit links. That's the only thing I can say to your.
I remember hitting a link in this sector.
It's very rare that I
Okay.
actually hit the links. I just don't enjoy it, honestly. So, Sir King, that would be my response. And especially hitting links of,
No, it's not about hitting links, Kina. It's about if he was, let's say you put something in the chat, right?
right,
Or and he came at you a certain kind of way and started dogging you out,
sure.
or started, making something religious, but using in a religion in a way to dog you out or shame you. I think that your viewpoint would be different in that
Oh, my
sense.
viewpoint is not, I'm not being contrarian now, Sir King. I'm just seeing things as they are. I don't hit links and I don't go into people's chats who of content creators who I have a problem with for one reason or another. So I unsubscribe and I just don't go over there. I know that sounds very simplistic, but you have one time, and that's all you get with me. And then it's just, it is what it is. I don't go back.
Hold on, I'm trying to see something. Okay, I think your comment was to Christopher. You said, Christopher, the best anyone could do is worry about their own soul and how they treat people. Um, let me see something else. Let's see. I can't see the comment, but what I was saying, I guess it was in reference to Christopher comments as well, because Christopher was saying why we beat up on the guy,
Right.
and all this other stuff, and I was just like, Keena and Christopher, how would you feel if, like, and obviously this is more towards Christopher, how would you feel if, he was saying this stuff towards you? I think the rationale in the past is that Christopher's giving Jay Wilson would be totally different if he was on the receiving end of those statements.
I agree. And I'm glad you're making that distinction between me and Christopher W. because obviously we have different opinions about that. We give the guy a break or so forth. I guess I'm seeing it like this that he is who he is, just like many other people in the sector who always play with God. And I guess I'm seeing it very differently, Sir King, because in real life, I see how people continuously play with God and do some really, really awful things. That's part of the reason why I grew up in the church, but I had to leave the church because the hypocrisy, I just simply couldn't deal with that anymore. Um, and I completely dislike people using the Bible, and I've seen this time and time again, praying and so forth. I'm not saying that this is what Jay Wilson is doing. I'm just saying from observations here in real life, constantly quoting scripture, and they're speaking with forked tongues. Actions don't mirror what's coming out of their mouths. So, there's one thing that I really can't stand, a lot of things, but it irks me to no end to speak to people who are religious hypocrites because I take religion very, very seriously. And to see people playing around with God and the things that they do, and oh, they go to church every Sunday. It's performance, basically. That's what I see. And so, as it relates to Jay Wilson, they keep hitting his link though. And I don't think they should. I think they have powerful stories, and I'm talking about Tommy and Castro and even Brian. Um, and they have an audience that they can get on their own platforms. But I understand what you and Irvin are saying about the father figure and how that's very crucial. I would say, and adding on to that, it's not just crucial to young boys, but also very crucial to young girls
Mm-hmm.
um, growing up without a father for a myriad of
Father
reasons.
hurt. Father hurt. Yep.
Yeah, it's very damaging, quite honestly. And when you're constantly looking for a father figure, a daddy, I don't know what to say about that, really. because you think you have to come online. Um, I agree. These are individuals who need clinical assistance, clinical therapy. A lot of us do. And there's no shame in getting it. It's just unfortunate that in the Black community, there's a lot of stigma attached to getting the help that you need.
Hmm. Yeah.
So people are lonely, and they come online, and it goes from entertainment to something really deep, and in some cases, as I've seen here, very dark.
Yeah, I agree. Because people use another person's vulnerabilities and past hurt against them at time of war. So, unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah. I was going to say, I put this in your chat much earlier, that somebody wrote on my community wall on my dead channel, um, that, uh, yeah, I and many others were going to be doxxed. This is,
Oh, okay.
yeah, somebody's Discord. They were talking about doxing all of these people, including me. I don't take this app seriously, but anybody who's willing to take it offline is asking for problems. Because I know that for some people, and if you take it as shade, I'm not saying you personally, but if other people take it as shade, I don't care. YouTube is their lifeline. They do
Hmm.
all of their socialization on this app.
Hmm.
It's extremely unhappy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that was it.
The era that we're moving into, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people are looking for a virtual family. I've said
Mm-hmm.
this on Sir King's platform before. Stay away from Discord. If you've been on Discord, consider yourself dog.
Yeah, I've never been
Not
on this.
it's not secure. It's
It is so not secure. And the people that you are, is there some trauma bonding going on there? I don't know. Uh,
I would assume so because you then you are able to interact more closely with those that you can, associate who you associate with through pain or trauma more consistently, right? Or
right,
more frequently.
right, right.
Yeah. So I'm sure there is.
I just don't get this whole, I don't know. I don't get this whole socialization on YouTube when there are so many people you can meet offline. I guess I'm completely missing something.
What? No, I
Right?
don't. I don't. I don't. It's hard to. It's harder to meet people now
Yeah,
because so many people are attached to their electronic device.
they are. They are.
Nobody's going to a bar unless it's prearranged, like it's a birthday party or something. It's just I don't.
Your age, right? Depending on your age, you might not really
Right.
go to the bar.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people who are either in my age group or younger, and this is where they choose to hang. I don't know. I'm
Because you
not.
don't have to deal with people. Like if someone gets on your nerves, you could just hit an X and get rid of them.
That's
In
true.
real life, you can't do that. You know.
Yeah, I sure would like to, but yeah, you're right about that. So I'm not giving Jay Wilson a pass at all. I'm just, I guess I'm wondering why the definition of insanity is continuing to do the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
Well,
So when it shows you who he is, if,
but
you know,
I guess why I'm keeping my foot on the gas is that we can't allow because someone keeps doing the same thing to allow it to be okay.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
So
I agree.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh, I totally agree with you. Yeah. But are you saying because he has all these degrees, you're holding him to a higher standard than you would me, for example, if I were a CC who regularly went live and had interesting people on there all the time.
If you had 8 degrees in accounting, I wouldn't care, to be
Mm-hmm.
honest. But a
Mm-hmm.
man that claims to have 8 degrees in divinity and then tries to showcase that and then uses that as a means as to why he got what he got, but then also on the other hand, dogging people out, I think that's I think that's wrong. Because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people are looking for salvation. A lot of people are looking for their starting point in developing a relationship with Christ. And if they come across that heathen, then they may just not even start.
Okay.
So that's why. There's numerous people I could sit up here and say, oh, let's do a town hall in, but they're not taking the religious approach to attract people in and to retain and maintain them.
Oh,
So,
I can see that. So the religious part.
yeah, so if Jay Wilson wasn't to sit up here and harp and constantly implement the religious component into his broadcast,
Mm-hmm.
then I wouldn't be on his ass like I am now.
Okay.
He would just be a regular CC that's malicious and derogatory.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something about that God thing ain't sitting well with me.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. I'm very much like that offline, very much so. So yes, I can see that.
Well, let's switch it up a little bit since now I got the opportunity to talk to you that I never had before. What do you feel about what's going on with the economy?
Well, where do we start?
They got Jackson Hole this week. Do you feel it's going to be a rate cut before a dip or a dip before the rate cut?
I
Or
think,
a crash, I should say.
hmm, I think there's probably going to be a dip before the rate cut.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. Do you think it's going to come in September or is it going to come late August? People say emergency rate cut, but they're saying no, it's going to happen at the FOC meeting in September.
I think it will happen in September. I do.
Hmm.
Um, this path that we're on, I don't know, Sir King.
It's scary because Kenny, you got to understand they were already talking about recession prior to the tariffs.
Right,
The tariffs weren't even on the radar.
right.
Now the tariffs are here, so it's definitely going to be an increase in inflation. They just haven't hit the corporations yet. They just haven't hit them because we're still waiting on China, right? They kicked that can down the road,
Right,
so there's still, we get a majority of our products from China,
right.
so that's where we're going to see the bulk of the inflation come from. So it's going to be scary because it's going to push prices up. Companies are going to have to cut. I was listening today. If the companies have to eat the tariffs, then that's going to affect their profit, which then is going to affect their ability to hire labor and stuff. So it's crazy.
And consumers are already feeling
Yeah, they are. I don't know where we're going from here. I don't know. It's scary because they also pushing AI in as we talked about. So they wouldn't be like, oh, it's okay. We're going to rebound. No,
it. Yeah.
no, you're just going to push. You know, AI in to take those jobs. It's I don't know
AI is definitely here to stay.
for sure, for
Um,
sure.
how we choose to implement it and navigate. Your mods are always so kind over here. This is the reason, one of the many reasons why I like coming to this chat. And I would click your link because none of that other stuff.
Really matters.
Yeah. Well, you just run your channel and your lives very. There's I don't want to say structured, but they are kind of are.
Yeah, they're structured. They come with forethought. Nothing is haphazard unless somebody done do something to piss me off, and I'm just coming alive. But things there is thought given to the program.
Right. Very much so. And you don't put up with a lot of the BS either.
Well,
Um,
no, I mean I had to make a decision way in the beginning if I wanted to maintain peace or deal with constant chaos. No,
and so if that comes at the expense of numbers, you'd rather have quality over quantity.
I'd rather have peace. Peace is paramount.
Hmm. Oh, absolutely.
Peace is paramount. Numbers invite a lot of mayhem. It's just a lot. State of being. What is Anuka? Who is that? What is this?
Anunnaki. That's pronounced Anunnaki,
Oh, excuse me.
and that's like in a conspiracy.
Oh,
Mm, yeah, that's actually people that
Okay.
are into aliens and stuff like that. That's what
Into what?
aliens,
Oh.
other
Okay.
planets, people from other planets.
Maybe they can
do
do
you,
it.
Urban? Do you know anything about what he's talking about in 2 weeks?
No, I haven't. I don't follow that. I'm familiar with that genre, but so I don't know anything about that. But it comes from old Sumerian texts that they say predate the Bible. Talk about. So this is what they call the ancient alien theory that before Christ, aliens crashed on Earth and they bioengineered humans, uh, and that we came from these crashed aliens on Earth. They're called the ancient alien theory. Zachariah
Mm.
Sitchin. Some people may have heard the name before, Dr. Zachariah Sitchin. But it's ancient alien theory, which is saying that a long time ago that aliens crashed on Earth, and that's our origin. Our origin is not from God; it's from these ancient aliens.
Hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to say to that, but there's a lot going on. I'm kind of interested. Why is Trump so busy with this whole Ukraine, Russia thing? It's weird too. Like it seems like something else going on, but yeah,
He wants to win the Nobel Peace Prize.
yeah, yeah. I know. I heard that too, but that's so selfish. I
Well,
mean, how can you win the Nobel Peace Prize, but you should have taken? And I'm not coming at you, Keenan. What I'm just saying is, I'm just saying, how can you win the Nobel Peace Prize, but you sit up here telling the homeless they got to go
mhm.
in D.C. and then round them up in who knows where you're taking them?
Mhm.
Right.
You know, so I don't know.
Yeah, this would be a big win for him if he can resolve it. I don't see it happening in his presidency at all. I don't think what he surrounded himself with. I've said this before on your platform with non politicians and the people that are just going to agree with what he says and kind of follow his leadership blindly. Whereas in his previous term, he brought in people that were Washington insiders. So you know this is where he's at right now with his career. But he um he knows that if he can get this peace between Russia and the Ukraine to go through, that will you know that as far as his legacy goes, that
Mhm.
will raise his platform when it comes to presidential history. But Putin is a military man. He's also an intelligence man, a military intelligence man. So his thinking when it comes to chess is 100D ahead of Trump's. And Trump doesn't
Did
have
you
enough people surrounded in his
go ahead?
cabinet to even advise him. But go ahead.
Did you know they take Putin's poop? That's what I'm talking about poop excrement And they don't leave it. They pick it up and take it with them. I read that
Yeah,
today.
well, I'll tell you one interesting thing I noticed. I was aware of that, and I'll tell you something interesting I noticed when I watched Putin land in the U.S. and Alaska.
Mm,
I noticed so everything from Putin is about imagery. They do that much better than the U.S. Propaganda. Propaganda's origins, come out of communist countries, and what I noticed was some of the signals that he intentionally put out there to the world. For example, when he first shook Trump's hand, he pointed his finger at him. Now he was
mm,
probably telling him a joke, but when the media snaps a picture of that, it looks like he's scolding Trump.
mm, mm,
Another thing I noticed was that he jumped into Trump's vehicle, right, the presidential vehicle.
mhm,
Putin has his own car that goes everywhere with him, and from his jet, right, he can launch a nuclear war from his jet. So when that jet landed in Alaska, he could have launched a war right there from his jet. But when he jumped into Trump's vehicle, what he was saying was, what he was trying to virtue signal was, okay, I trust Trump. I'm going to jump in his own vehicle. But when he travels abroad, the bottom of his jet drops down and his own vehicle comes out, which is bulletproof, rocket proof, and all that. He jumped in Trump's vehicle because he knew Trump wasn't going to harm him anyway. And, he was trying to, throw these signals out there. So he's very strategic in the things that he does. But that's something that he never does. He doesn't jump in another foreign country's vehicle. He did that to try to, show
mm.
Trump that he was letting his guard down. But I don't know if you guys noticed that the U.S., the top of the line of our technology when it comes to jets flew overhead Putin, and Putin looked up at them like, "What the heck?" Because he, this could have been. This is very risky for him. The U.S. could have took him out when he landed in the U.S. They could have took him out. But I noticed that Putin looked up and was like, "Okay, wait a minute. Why are there jets fly? Why are there stealth
Mm,
bombers flying over my head when I'm
mhm,
shaking his hand?" But Trump did that as a chess move to show his strength.
mhm.
But there was a lot going on there that people that may not have a military background didn't even realize was really going on.
Yeah, but I don't. But Urban, for that to have happened and for that to have been as public with Putin, if that was to occur, that would have definitely sent the world into a spiral.
Exactly.
Mm,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know that he was necessarily, it could have been showing his trust, but with Putin, he's so very strategic in everything that he does. Could also be a sign that, okay, I
yeah,
own
I think the opposite. I think he
some.
jumped into Trump's car, but like, oh, they ain't gonna get us together. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna,
Well,
they're
now I'm
not.
gonna tell you from his jet, he can launch missiles,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and his jet can withstand attacks from missiles. So I think that. And so another thing I wanted to people, if you go back and watch that video, so there's an item called the football, and what the football is the president carries. This is a nuclear code communication device that's easily carried in a briefcase. They call it the football. So the president of the United States has one. And what I noticed is when Putin got off that jet, his presidential jet, that he had his guy that carries the football walking ahead of him as Trump was approaching, as Putin was approaching Trump. So at any moment, Putin could have said, gave him a nod, an inflection, a shoulder lift, or whatever it is to launch nuclear weapons at the U.S. A lot of people don't even realize that there's only where that meeting took place. There's only 4 miles between that and Russia.
Did you hear that they had a meeting? What was it? Wherever the hotel they were staying at, they used a hotel printer and they found all the exact meeting points, the menu that they were going to eat, like the food they were going to eat, and then the telephone numbers of the White
Well,
House personnel. Yeah.
I didn't hear that, but that's typical stuff. Like we're talking spy versus spy, so especially when you go into a nation. Remember Putin has sanctions against him, and they're really considered an enemy of the U.S. So this is spy versus spy. This is military warfare. This is behind the scenes warfare that people don't even comprehend. So yeah, there's a lot going on that the public, isn't aware of.
Hmm. Definitely. Well, Keena, we don't want to keep. Is there anything you want to say since we have this honor?
Probably won't happen again for another 5 years, but
I got plans. I got something in the works, but we'll see if you'll partake in that one. But
yeah.
I'm on.
Well, yeah, I just wanted, it's been 3 years since I hit anybody's panel. So
Oh,
I
well, we
did want
appreciate
to
you.
pop up tonight and just
Well,
get my thoughts on
I,
that.
I definitely don't take it for granted. So thank you for doing so.
Oh, of course. I would, no, I can't say that I would hit panels more because then you become known, you become a personality, and you know, um,
I agree.
no. I appreciate you having me up. It was nice to meet you, Urban.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Yeah,
Pleasure
I
is mine. Pleasure is mine.
call you Isaac again, so I'm real sorry about that. Um, but thanks, Surfing.
No,
I
thank
will
you.
hop down and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you, Keena. You have a great one or a great remainder of the night.
You do the same.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you, Ken.
Okay.
Thank you. That's the one and only Keena. Thank you for hitting the link, Keena. Appreciate you for your insights. Urban, Heidi answers your question, but she called you Urban.
Yeah,
Just
I saw that with the Ervin.
yeah. So
So I
that's
guess you can't see my name on the They can't
well.
see my
So
name.
no, they can't see. 'Cause I got the banner up, but I'll
Oh,
take yeah. But there, that's how you call me Urban.
that's a good.
Um,
That's a good
but
cigar, Heidi. Look into one of my favorite cigars is the Fat Bottom Betty. One of my favorite cigars. That's a cigar that has a lot of flavor. She's probably gone by now. And there's another cigar by um, what's the Partagas. Partagas Black Label, a Maduro. That's a very good cigar as well. And also Oscar Leaf by Oscar is another great cigar. So those are three cigars that have a lot of flavor. It that I think you would really enjoy. So she's probably gone by now, though.
yeah, she probably is.
I thought your show was good, Sir King. There were some interruptions, and I think that's just part of
Hmm.
the sector. It happened all throughout the pandemic, and it's pretty much. I think you managed it pretty well. I think you managed it well during the pandemic, obviously.
Hmm.
But it's not easy. It's a lot of work
Yeah.
to navigate all that as well as comments and actually produce a show.
Yeah,
So
and
I
you gotta
thought,
understand it's a live broadcast. So there ain't no cut, there ain't no stop, it ain't no y'all stop talking, get out of here, don't say that. You just gotta roll with the punches. You gotta sometimes use your clips to shut them up. Whatever. You know, people gotta understand that. And I think a lot of people would do there. It's easy to sit in the audience and chastise and criticize. But once
mhm.
you in this producer chair, things totally change. You're like, okay, I don't want the audience to leave, but I want to keep these people happy. I want to keep these people happy. I don't want her to go crazy and berserk or do something stupid. You don't know. You don't know who gonna do what. They don't understand that with Jay Dunn, there's a certain psychological element that you have to take into account, right?
Mhm.
I don't know what she is thinking. I don't know what she's prepared to do. So I have to make sure that whatever I do, it has to be within the scope of not being offending nobody. Read between what I'm saying and keeping them psychologically at bay. So I mean, y'all gotta understand that. And once y'all look at that situation, like, oh shit, yeah, I see where you coming from now. So you know, so yeah. Okay, let me see. Said right. I agree. Kiva, Katana. Coming from a biblical perspective, America and Russia will never have an agreement. But if they do, it will be only temporary. Trump is under the notion that Putin really, really likes him. I
Hmm.
saw that today. He really, really likes him. He really thinks that he will do this for him. They caught him in a hot mic moment saying that, "Oh, I really think Putin will do this for me." Like
Hmm.
you gotta understand, like if Putin thinks that there's a personal relationship, he's gonna use that as leverage now or later down the line. I don't understand how he does not see that. So
Yeah, there's a term in the intelligence community called inside man. And in Trump's scenario, his wife, remember, his wife is Ukrainian.
mhm.
Um, and so that's his inside connection. And so I think that there's things that the public doesn't know, communication wise, going on there. And there may be some compromise going on there as well. But, you know, I think that's maybe why he feels more confident is because of, his wife's nationality.
Yeah, but
There's a
wouldn't it
lot.
be more confident with Zelensky if she's Ukrainian and Zelensky's Ukrainian?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on there. There's a
Yeah,
lot going on because it's all Russia.
yeah,
You give it different names, whatever, but
yeah.
it's really the origins of all of that is the Soviet Union and Russia. So, it's kind of like, calling across the street something different when it's really just across the street. But there's
Yeah.
culture going on there. There's histories of culture going on. So there's a lot. There's a lot going on there. It's more. There's a lot of nuance involved in there that an inexperienced politician, you know, um, wouldn't understand, and you need
Mhm.
a staff, an experienced staff in diplomacy, you know, that could break it down to you. But so there's a lot going on there.
I bet. I definitely bet. So,
But I
well,
thought your
as
show
you,
was good. I thought your show was good, SK. Regardless of the distractions, I think it was good that you brought attention because obviously you didn't have to do that. You could just drive on and just move on to the beat of the drum of the B sector. But one of the things I admired about you, like it's full circle because the very first time I stepped on your platform, it was a town hall meeting.
mhm.
You've always showed this
Well,
attendance to speak up. Go ahead.
right. Well, Urban, what the last straw or really got me was what he said about Ness and her mother being a mother.
Yeah,
I was like, oh no, no more
right.
passes, no more. And
Exactly.
then he was making it personal. Oh, I'll
Hmm.
take you and I'll take you to school if you want me to. And I'm like, no, see, you taking it too far.
Yeah, and I like Ness. I've always liked her. I remember when she called herself Ness with the mess. So, but we shouldn't be attacking mothers like that. This is, a man of God. That's the reason why I read the oath
Mm,
is because that's the
mm,
oath that he took. And as a man, you know, your word is your bond. If you swear on something, you take an oath. It says a lot about your character, whether or not you follow that oath. And I agree with your sentiments. Is that he went too far, and he tends to go too far when he's angry about the ramifications of losing a job, people calling his job, right? He tends to go berserk when these rebound effects come about, because of the way he carries himself in the beast, and he keeps repeating the pattern. Like I said earlier on in your broadcast, God will continue to bring that same lesson along,
mhm.
right? And you'll keep going through that same lesson. But there's a time limit. There's gonna come a day where time is up. That lesson's not going to come through anymore. Your time is up.
Mm,
So
mm,
our words are very powerful, and your actions is always, in the universe, there's always a reaction to your actions. So you could just look at what's happened here on YouTube for proof of that when it comes to Jay Wilson. He keeps these same things keep coming around again and again and again.
No, I agree, and I'm looking at the other side of the argument too. Oh, y'all looking too much into it, and da 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 da. Da. But like I told Keena, I said if he was just a regular Joe Smo talking smack on the internet, going back and forth, I wouldn't care. But I feel that in this world where there's been a systematic and strategic effort to take God out of the most prominent places that people will be introduced to him or her. Then to have this pastor online
Right.
say he's a pastor,
Yeah.
it's just like I can't stand for that.
Right. It goes back to the whole thing of playing with God.
Right.
And that's always been part of Jay Wilson's history, going all the way back to I've seen these videos of Nicole Tyler going off on Jay Wilson about playing with God. Five
Mm,
Baby, right? All the way back in the day. Five Baby going off on Jay Wilson playing with God. Deanna Irvin, calling him out for playing with God. Larry Nelson, right? This has been a constant thing. And he continues to move in the same direction.
And let me ask you this part. He said, I don't care about none of you people. When I click off, you don't matter to me. I don't think about none of y'all when I'm not on here. But see, those words I feel are gonna come back and hurt him, but he gonna need the help of us. And I
Yeah.
just want and I wonder if we're gonna feel compelled to help since we don't matter to him.
I'm glad you brought that up because I'm aware that when he lost his channel, and it's not the first time. People that are new to the beat sector, Joe Gibson's probably lost maybe 3 channels. But when he lost one of those eras where he lost his channel, you
Mm-hmm.
donated money to him, $50,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you put aside your differences. This is where I talk about the beat sector family. And you said, oh man, Jay Wilson lost his channel. Let me make a donation. And his behavior after you made the donation was, "Oh, I didn't ask for that money. I don't know, sir. Ain't no
Mm-hmm.
refunds."
No, he was being disrespectful, and he was like, "I didn't ask you to donate to me." I was like, "Oh wow!" I said, "Oh okay." So
Right.
I would never, like I said, Lyric will get something before he does. So that's how I feel. You just can't say that to people at all.
Yeah, he didn't show any appreciation when you donated that money to him, and he acted like it was no big deal. And you had to, put aside your differences with him to donate that money. And he, pretty much turned around and said, "Kiss my butt. I didn't ask you for the money. And kick rocks." And
And
that's
then,
been
yeah.
pretty much his pattern. Go ahead.
And the sad part about it, he said, "Oh, once I get it, I ain't getting it back." So that makes you think, what happens if somebody accidentally sent something or really needed something or miscalculated how much they can send? You're not gonna
Hmm.
give it back to them?
Yeah,
That's
no
crazy.
refund. I heard him say it. No refunds. I didn't ask for that money. You ain't getting it back. No refunds.
Mm.
So, it's
No,
surprising. Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's surprising the supporters that he has over the years, but it goes to the whole hold that pastors have over our community. We see pastors crashing
Mhm.
and burning and doing things, that are totally against, the Ten Commandments, against Christ-like behavior. We see pastors crashing and burning, and the congregation still 1,000,000% supporting them, even though they've been out in clubs and snorting
Right.
drugs and doing all kind of crazy things. The congregation still supports them, and so he
Right.
understands the psychology behind that. Right, he's
Yeah.
learned this from the church, and he knows how to use it to his advantage to make money, particularly here in the B circuit.
No, I agree. Pastor get pastors that most others don't. Um, Mommy Popo, I'm not better than nobody. I just know that the conscience of the Lord is on my heart. I think a lot of people have either purposely tuned out the Lord or not aware of his presence. So I'm not better than nobody, but I am aware and I do try to listen. There's a lot of things I could have done. Got access to information. Could have got gutter. Could have got the nastiest, the nastiest. But I think with forethought, and at the end of the day, I don't want that on my conscience. So we gotta be consistent in your mission when you're trying to push something through like that. So
Right. Yeah. Decisions that we make as men. Men are the leaders of society. The decisions that you make are decisions that move our society forward in this, particular, in quotation marks, the sector. You have outlined this is what men do. Men draw a line in the sand. This is what I'm not going to do, and this is what acceptable to me. And that's a sign of a true leader, is a man that can draw a line and say, "Look, I'm not going to do this. This is where I draw the line."
yeah, I agree. Keena, all the story was propaganda. Now I hate to do this, but you hear so many stories about what SK did to these women, how he did it to this, he did it to that. But look who's doing what to women now. Y'all ain't hearing shit. Y'all hear it, but they not vilifying him like they did me, right? Because all there was vilification of SK, how he manipulative, how he taking advantage of women, how he do that, and there was nothing of the such. But we got somebody who's doing that currently, and we don't really hear nothing about it. So people pick and choose how they want to vilify. Well, the sector picks and choose how they want to vilify a certain person. So,
Mhm.
so yeah. Well, anything else you want to say, Urban, as we close it out?
No, no. Well, final thought is that I think people think that because you haven't, dived into the mess, that you can't create content in this, sector in quotation marks. I think you prove that it's easy to do. It's not hard to do. You know the sector well. You know the characters in the sector well, and so your numbers speak for themselves. And I think.
Urban,
Go
I
ahead.
could Urban, I could be a messy ass motherfucker. Like I know the game, I know the blueprint, I know who to link up with. Listen, y'all, I know who to link up with if I want to maintain that kind of relevancy. I
Right.
know how to angle things to gather traction, but I
Yeah.
don't want to do that because that causes issues in the long run. Right? You only make enemies in the long run, and I don't. I like freedom. I don't like nobody telling me go live or why you did that or you owe us do this or
Mhm.
go do that or set that person or go see what you can get from them. I don't want to deal with that. And then you worrying about who they talking to and all that. No, I pass.
Right. Yeah, and that's my point exactly. You real men draw a line in the sand as to what that's what real men do. You draw a line in the sand and say, this is the line, right? You can't step over this line. I'm not gonna step over this line. Having morals and standards. There's the reason why I read the chaplain oath is because it talks about ethics, right?
But what
Everybody
was
who
that?
works everybody who's today, social media ethics applies to everybody in corporate America. So if you
Right.
think you can come on social media and act a complete donkey and you won't get fired, you're far behind. But he
But,
keeps going through the same thing. Go ahead.
but Urban, what was that from? That was the military chaplain oath?
No, that was just a chaplain. That was the oath for any chaplain. That was part of the oath for any chaplain that
Okay.
works in an agency that's regulated by the federal government. So it would be in a hospital or a military organization or anything that where the government is regulatory. That's what that was.
But I'm just baffled that that man has allowed so many lucrative opportunities get ruined because of this application. And Bertha May said it. We don't make no money off of these videos. And I had to sit back and look at my analytics, like not today, but before. And I
Yeah.
wanted to see one video, how much it made. And I was like, are you joking? Did they changed the profit sharing? What in the hell?
Have they
So
changed it again recently?
I think so. To what I saw, I made off of one video. I was like, oh, hell no. This is insane. Like, I just,
I won't
I
be
don't know.
surprised. I looked at some numbers, which I think a lot of people would blow their mind. Somewhere around less than 3% of people globally on YouTube or even monetized. That's insane.
Yeah.
To keep that because this is when you're paying out money, this is their profit margin, so they keep it low so they can have a profit margin, and that's why That's why I knew they were going to clamp down on AI. You can create a channel, that's driving numbers, within seconds. That's why I knew they were going to, clamp down and shut that down. Even before they even talked about that they were going to do that, I knew that was coming. So
Yeah, it's insane. I didn't know it was that low. When I saw that, I was like, oh hell no.
yeah.
Really? I was like, what? I mean, how could you even justify that? And then you're putting ads on that we know that you're getting probably 3-4 times of what you're paying out. So
And you have to look at the quality of the ads. There's so many ads that are,
yeah.
so many ads that are, predatory.
Mm.
So there's a lot going on there for sure. But I respect the fact, King, that you said something when it comes to somebody playing with God, playing with the church, playing with morality, playing with people's faith, taking advantage, of those who, have a deep belief in God and a higher power. Obviously you could have just, ignored that and it's no big deal. But,
Well,
go
Urban, a
ahead.
lot of that was going on could have turned very dangerous. And I know people like, oh, they volunteered. They volunteered, but you have to look at the catalyst. The catalyst was him. He was playing those two men against each other, making them jealous that one moved on and passed the other one and all that. Like that y'all had to really be able to process that and see, like, yo, this man is instigating this stuff in a real life situation, and it could get deadly. And we
Mhm.
saw it got physical. And for so many people to be like, well, they're responsible for their sure, a lot of kids are responsible for their actions too. But a lot of their actions are dictated by how they were treated by their parents and the environment around them. And at that time, Jay Wilson was the environment around him. So he holds some form of responsibility.
Yeah,
So
it's the same format like in foster care, foster parents, people that haven't had a father figure in their life, and for people that come from a religious community. There's a saying that when good men do nothing, that's when the world goes to chaos.
exactly. And like I said, I refuse to allow the silence be an indication of acceptance. No, not on my watch. Now, did I expect to have 6,000 views? Hell no. I was like, okay, 2.5 maybe 3K. Okay, whatever. So obviously, there's something that people wanted to see. So Heidi, I
Yeah.
dropped the link if you want to hit the link. So yeah. So.
Is that Heidi Fly?
Mm-hmm.
Heidi, Heidi, I went on your website and I was looking for a hoodie. I was like, what the heck? It said sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out. And I was like, what the heck, Heidi? So I definitely want to get one of your hoodies. Heidi she has good vision. It's a great vision, and she has good fashion taste as well. I think she's underappreciated that when it comes to the B sector. And she's got her bones here. She's earned that reputation of being a seasoned OG where you just shut up, listen to what she's got to say.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I tried to wait till the later part of your program before I even popped up. I just wanted to give them the respect of the trials and tribulations, the battles that they've been through. I just wanted to hear their stories from their own mouth.
Right. Exactly. They can tell it better than no other. So Heidi, we're gonna wait a couple more minutes for you to hit the link. We don't know if you're making lip kits right now, but but certain things are supposed to happen for a reason. So I know people are upset about what transpired in the first one, but that allowed me to understand how to conduct the second one. I don't do town halls every month. So, like I said, that's my second town hall. So you're gonna, there's some things you learn from town hall to town hall and how to do it
Mhm.
and stuff like that. And I definitely picked up on some more stuff on what to do and how to handle certain things and situations. So
Yeah, from what I remember, is you're the origin of the town hall. That's how I mentioned.
That's how I remember. They're trying to say somebody else's. I'm like, okay. Hello, Heidi.
Hey, Sir King. Hey, big homie.
What's up, Heidi?
Hey, guys.
Heidi,
Fuck.
what's your favorite scotch? Are you a scotch drinker?
You know what? I'm not a scotch drinker.
What?
I've always wanted to like get into it, but I'm not a scotch drinker at all.
So when you have a good deep dark rich cigar, what do you drink? Do you drink rum?
I'm not into rum. I feel like rum is too weak for me. I'm I do like Hennessy. I like Remy.
Okay.
I like champagne. Chardonnay is my favorite wine. Though I will fuck with the rest of them.
Okay.
But yeah, as far as dark liquor, it would be a Remy or a Hennessy. Nothing too complicated, but a clear
Architect
liquor.
cigars. I saw what you mentioned that. That's a good cigar. That's a really good cigar.
Oh, thank you,
Are
thank
you a
you.
Maduro or a Connecticut? Do you like
I
dark
did.
cigars or light?
I like light cigars. I didn't know that. That's very rare that you know that about me.
Oh yeah, I
You
watch
must.
you. I've been watching you from the cloud since the pandemic,
I appreciate that.
and I saw all your old videos prior to the pandemic.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm a
I
scholar.
appreciate that.
I'm a scholar in Heidiism.
I li- I like that. Do you smoke cigars?
Of course, I wouldn't even be talking about it if I wasn't a
Okay,
cigar.
so tell me, do you prefer light?
No, I'm a Maduro. I
You're
smoke
a
dark
Maduro.
cigars. I made a recommendation. You probably didn't hear it, but I talked about two cigars that are my favorites. So Partagas Black
Okay.
Label.
Mm-hmm.
You can Google that. Partagas Black Label. That's a really good dark cigar. Has a very rich flavor. The cigar looks black, but that's how dark it is. And then another one of my favorites is called Fat Bottom Betty.
Oh,
Uh, these days, it's manufactured by Drew Estate called the Fat Bottom Betty. It has a lot of rich flavor, molasses, caramel, vanilla. It's a very flavorful cigar.
oh, that sounds nice. I am definitely gonna look into that. That is definitely new to me. Very
All
new
right,
to me.
all right. Got the sexy voice going on.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm not always like clawing bitches' eyes out. In real life, I'm not beef sector.
Okay, I heard that. I heard that. I enjoyed just kind of kicking back yesterday and listening to you talk about the history. You've been through a lot of trials and tribulations. I think new people don't know that or don't understand what you've been through. I've watched all those little videos, so I'm aware of all that. I just kind of was sitting back with my hand on my chin, smoking a cigar, listening to you.
Honestly, you sound really sexy to me. You sound really sexy to me. I appreciate that. Yeah. The beef sector hasn't been all bad. It started off really fun. It was awesome. And honestly, Sir King, um fake ass verbal assassin, dirty foot, been talking shit. And in reality, those bitches was fighting over me. When I came to the beef sector, they were fighting over me. They were fighting for my attention. They wanted
Hmm.
me to pick a side. And me being new and not understanding what's going on, I did not want to pick a side. I'm not like that in my real life. So that's what brought the conflict. And for some reason, Dirty Foot Deanna cannot get over Heidi Fly because she's a closet lesbian. She want to eat my pussy. This bitch invited me to come out to her house, and we were gonna barbecue. I was gonna do crab legs. We was gonna have a real good time. But
Hmm.
then the show came along. Deanna had already told me that she may be coming to the show, and they were gonna be paying 30K.
Hmm.
So this is just some backstory for you guys.
I'm
Deanna's
aware.
over there
Yeah.
eating my ass, and I want a new ass eater. I'm tired of this. This bitch is scarred and hurt. This bitch is mad because at the same damn time, she wanted me to come down there to visit her in the mud duck. I thought was she at, and I was going to go. But she's the one that told me about Sean Bradley's show. Her and View is a View are the ones that told me about the 30K. View is a view, got to stick up her ass, and I do not know why she mad at me, other than the fact that she was sending me pictures of her going through surgery, and I guess I didn't send her no money, or I didn't have any sympathy for her, so now that bitch is mad. So she over there with Deanna, and I don't give a fuck. And Olivia, you motherfucking bigot, I don't give a fuck about you either, hoe. I don't know why y'all so pressed about Sir King doing a town hall. It had nothing to do with you bitches. Y'all inserted yourselves because Heidi Fly came out, bitch. I gave you content. Let me tell you something, Olivia. You been a motherfucking bigot. You been a prejudiced bitch. I haven't fucked with you for years. I unsubscribed from you for years ago, bitch. And I've been playing the little motherfucking game that you think you playing in my motherfucking face. But we're not going to forget Olivia, the fake ass oracle. You could never be an oracle. Bitch, you used to sit in your corporate meetings masturbating, coming to your white employers and shit, bitch. Let's not forget, you fantasize over white dick. At the end of the day, Heidi Fly love white dick, Heidi Fly love black dick, Heidi Fly love international dick, bitch. I suck the black dick just like I sucked the white one, bitch. But that motherfucker made sure it was worth it. I love black dick. Let's not get it twisted, Olivia, you fucking bigot. But one motherfucking thing you need to say, you like white dick.
Yes, he
you
does.
Like. Hello, bitch. Come on. We're about to go suck dick.
Is that you, Heidi? Is
Yes.
that you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord.
Because see, these hoes got it twisted because at the end of the motherfucking day, I ain't never told a hoe I don't love black dick. I ain't never told a bitch I don't love a black man. You can look at my daughter from the bottom of her motherfucking feet to the top of her motherfucking head. I love a black man, bitch. It just so happens that right now Heidi is with a white one, bitch. European Italian, Irish, German, bitch. And I am not ashamed of this white dick that goes up inside of me and takes care of me, bitch.
Lord.
But the problem is Olivia the Oracle wants a white dick, but they don't want you ragged ass bitch. I don't fuck with you. Fuck you, bitch. Don't play with me, Olivia, because bitch, I got a live that's coming up for you. But I'm gonna leave that motherfucking shit alone. Don't ever think that my black men are not relevant around me, bitch. You better look at my nephews, my motherfucking nieces, my whole motherfucking family is dark-skinned blacks, bitch. Don't play with me, ho. My husband got lucky to get a bitch like me. That motherfucker fought for me. That motherfucker chased me, bitch. Don't play with me. I've had plenty of sugar daddies and white motherfuckers that done broke the doll off that I didn't give a fuck about. This motherfucker worked for me to be his wife, bitch. Something you could never have, ho. All you bitches can shove it, you ragged ass bitch. You're trash. You disgust me. That's why when you begged me to come into your chat, I never came, Olivia. I never came because I ain't never felt you, bitch. You're a disgusting ass bitch. Bitch, you don't want it. You bald-headed old ass hoe. Stop faking about your age, hoe, and stop acting like you married. You do not have a husband. You got a motherfucking ghost, bitch. You got a ghost for a husband. A motherfucker wouldn't want to be with your sour puss ass hoe. You pussy ass bitch. You motherfucking prejudice ass, bigot ass bitch. I ain't fucked with you in years, ho. That's why you go, Heidi, why you ain't been in my chat? Heidi, come to my chat. I'm playing the same game that you think you playing with me, bitch. You could never play in my face. I digress on that hoe.
Oh, Lord.
Say what now? I wanna tell you, the freak come out.
This hoe wanted to fuck her motherfucking employer. This bitch used to sit in meetings making herself bust nuts while she was in meetings looking at her employer, the white man. This bitch got busted by 7 fucking STDs. Okay? 7 stars exposed this bitch. They found an old Twitter of this hoe fantasizing over white dick. Bitch, white men have always fell to my motherfucking toes, bitch. White men have always loved me. From the time I was young to now, bitch. I have always had my choice in men, but I have always chosen the black man first, bitch. Everything else came after, and don't you ever forget that, bitch. But don't you also ever forget, I can have any culture of man I want. Any man on this motherfucking planet will wife Heidi up. Bitch, I done broke the hearts of Indian men, Japanese men, bitch, Mexican men, bitch, men all over the globe can come out here and tell you they've been heartbroken over me. Cause I said no, bitch. I said no. I chose to marry my daughter's father, who is a black man. I chose that motherfucker for several years, 10 years plus, bitch. When I got with this motherfucker European man, that was after the fact, ho. Don't play with me. I love my motherfucking culture. But, bitch, I'm an international bitch. I appeal to every culture, bitch. Don't ever play with me. Don't ever think you can make a black man think that he don't have a chance with Heidi if she was single. Because they would, bitch. And it would be the creme de la creme, ho. Everybody that put their motherfucking eggplant up in this motherfucking Versace was the creme de la creme of any culture, bitch. You could never. I digress.
Wait, what you doing? What you doing? Putting vegetables in clothing? What in the hell?
Letting these hoes know. They act like I didn't spend over half of my life with a black man. They acting like my whole motherfucking life ain't black. They acting like my motherfucking nephews, my brother, my sisters, my grandmother ain't dark-skinned blacks. Don't play with me, bitch. My motherfucking husband went through the ringer to be with me. You bitches don't know that struggle. But one thing we do know is Olivia the Oracle wanted to fuck a white man that didn't want her. She fantasizes over white dick that do not want to fuck her. You ugly, bald-headed, old-ass bitch. Find somebody else to play with. I digress.
You have to tell Josh to send me like $50 because you done messed up my monetization, I'm sure.
That's an OG cursing out for you right there. My feelings are hurt.
Well, we'll see if Olivia spits her way to a response tomorrow. Oh, her mean ass.
I just wanted to let him know, and I appreciate you guys. And I'm gonna go, Sir King. I fuck with you, okay? Even though you interviewed Candy, and it's all good because that bitch just proved who she was. She wasn't shit. That bitch was at VS house at 6 a.m. in the morning, driving by that bitch house while that bitch was getting ready for court. I told that bitch, why are you at that girl's house? You supposed to be at the courtroom. Candy was obsessed with VS. I didn't tell that bitch to do that. So I digress on that too. I fuck with you, Sir King. You a real ass nigga. You a real motherfucker. Even you interviewing her with some real ass shit.
I didn't interview no Candy.
Man, my moderator did. No, Sir King, Candy was my moderator. Me and my people paid her to go to VS court hearing. She was at VS's court hearing. But before the court hearing, that bitch drove by VS house. And I had the receipts. I was going to drop them. But she ended up going live and dropping and telling on herself. And I didn't give a fuck long as you told on yourself, you whack ass bitch. But Sir King, you did an interview with Candy. I don't know if you don't know who Candy is. You interviewed her. When she came on here and thought she was going to pop her shit about how to fly. But she did not mention how she drove past VS house the morning of her hearing and sent me the video. But she came on your platform like she was innocent. The only reason me and Candy fell out is because that bitch went to court on my dime and ended up getting Stockholm Syndrome and falling for VS. She was like, I love both of y'all. No, bitch, you don't love both of us, ho. You got me fucked up. But she played me and act like she didn't fuck with VS. But she said when she got into court, she felt sorry for VS because VS looked like shit. She ain't had no, her clothes was raggedy. All of them motherfuckers, Brianna, everybody that was supposed to have love for her and support her, they left her, abandoned her. When she was in court, she looked like shit. Bitch didn't even have a proper attire to wear. Candy came back and reported the whole thing. I got the video. That bitch just on private. So my thing is, the bitch came over here to pretend like she was fucking with me, like Pizarro and Brianna did. Them hoes ran to me. I never ran to them. They came to me trying to fuck with me because they scared of VS, and VS was out the way. But when this hoe got to court, she said VS looked so pathetic that she started having empathy and sympathy for her. And I said, bitch, but you doing it on my dime. So fuck you. And that's when I stopped fucking with her on location. She was at the courtroom, and I said, fuck her, because when she saw VS, she started feeling sorry for the bitch. And maybe she did. But I don't feel sorry for a hoe that tried to do what VS tried to do to me. Fuck that bitch and everything she stand on. So that's how that went. And Candy ended up on your platform doing a motherfucking interview lying. I got all my receipts, every picture of her kids, all that, LaTanya, all that shit. But a lot of these bitches I let slide because they don't make or break me. The beef sector, the bitches on the beef sector ain't shit. These bitches can't stand next to me. And when I first came on the beef sector, they fought over me. Deanna, VS, all of them. They was all fighting over me. And I just wanted to be cool with everybody. But they wanted me to pick a side. I didn't even understand what the fuck was going on to pick a side. But one thing I was gonna do is not let a motherfucker bitch tell me what I was gonna do. And that's when me and VS fell out. She didn't like Mona. I don't know y'all. I don't got nothing to do with that. I like Mona. She got mad because I wouldn't stop fucking with Mona. Deanna mad because I went to the show. She the one told me to go to the show. She mad because Sean Bradley and Ty don't fuck with her. I got the recordings. Deanna mad because she wanted to eat my asshole out in real life, and I didn't show up to her motherfucking trailer park. So she's mad. She need to get over it. Everybody else done got the fuck over it. Deanna can't seem to get over it.
You can't really say Deanna wanted to do that unless Deanna said she wanted to do that.
Deanna wanted to eat my ass. Deanna wanted to eat my ass with honey on it. Deanna was on Ladies' Point of View. Deanna was on every one of my motherfucking shows from Ladies' Point of View. This is some motherfucking inside behind the scenes shit you don't know about.
That was like your answer to Jay Wilson's Gentleman's Panel, right?
I don't have to lie. Yeah, that was my. Come on, homie. That was my answers to the Gentleman's Panel, the Ladies' Point of View. And we got big numbers. I got them hoes on private. I got them hoes on membership. It is what it is. Because I don't fuck with none of them hoes. But every bitch on the beef sector been on my motherfucking show. Now they mad. Ask them why they mad. Did I do something to them? Did I undercut them? Did I fuck they man? Did I take their money? Did I plot behind the scenes on the beef sector? No, I didn't. What did Heidi do? I did not pick sides.
Heidi,
I wouldn't pick no side.
I saw when you were on the show, and I knew so you had beef with all these people, right? When Sean Bradley brought out the show.
Yeah, I didn't have beef.
When all you guys got together,
they wanted me to pick a side. So they start coming at me. So I start dragging them the fuck back because they didn't know this was Texas, bitch. They didn't know that I got ropes and I will put them around your motherfucking neck. They didn't know that.
But what I noticed about you is that you were very nice to people. That people thought that you were an enemy to. You were gracious, in other words.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
You showed people grace. You showed them honor, and you
give them cash apps.
For the sake
Try
of the
to.
show.
I was the bitch that told these hoes to start a brand. Be a brand. Brand yourself. I made bitches start making T-shirts. I made hoes start getting LLCs and trademarks. That was how they fly.
Like
they don't talk about that, but that was how they fly. When I first came out here, I even let my husband come out here and talk to the people about branding. Bitch, that was Heidi Fly. These motherfuckers wasn't talking about. I helped Nicole Tyler brand Sexy Clean. She called me when that motherfucker, the wrench, stole her name and made towels and different paraphernalia in her name. Heidi Fly told Nicole Tyler how to trademark her name. That was me. She called me. She was on the phone with me for hours. That was me. That was me. I'm the one told Five Babe, get some t-shirts, bitch. I'm the one told these motherfuckers, y'all need LLCs and trademarks. It's not my fault these bitches didn't do it till later. It's not my fault that Johnny Mac stole Five Babe's trademark when I told a bitch 5 years ago to trademark yourself. Buy your trademark. Get an LLC. These bitches ain't business minded. I brought the business and the fashion and the fly shit to the beef sector.
Right. What I know about your history, Heidi, is that you were already a brand. You were already an entertainer. You were already signed to labels. You were already traveling the world before you popped up in the B sector.
Facts, big homie. And RR Mash, that is facts. I love me some Mother. But one thing about it, Mother, Spilly Boy had a motherfucking website. We used to drag each other. I used to drag, baby. We used to go back and forth. But that motherfucking website, the only thing he had on his website was a button, a pen. I swear to God, it was a pen. And I don't know if it was a handkerchief. It was nothing. Now, Spilly Boy is literally making t-shirts with the same machine that I use to cut out the words in the images. He wasn't doing that before Heidi. Because when I used to drag him, I used to talk about how he ain't got no brand, how he not selling shit. Then he came out with them masks. When COVID came out, he started putting out the mask. I dragged him because he didn't have filters inside his mask. So the mask wasn't killing no joy. It wasn't protecting you. So let's keep it real. Read the horror of Philadelphia. That bitch was supposed to be writing a book. That hoe went and got a machine and started doing t-shirts. After Heidi Fly, that bitch wrote a book. Do y'all understand what her book is about? Heidi Fly. When I came on the beef sector, read the horror of Philadelphia with no teeth in her mouth. Wrote a book about me. She wrote a book about my entrance to the beef sector. I have always been these bitches' inspiration. These bitches watch to this day. They watch everything I do. If I cook, clean, bitch, I clean out the toilet, wipe my ass. They watch me. I have elevated these hoes. Five Babe went and bought Burberry glasses like mine. I got a picture of the shit. These hoes admire me. I am the pinnacle of what these bitches should be. So they can't talk about it. They ain't gonna tell you that part. They ain't gonna tell you that part. But I was already Heidi Fly when I came here. These hoes are finding theyself. These bitches are still finding theyself. Okay.
So you saying that the doll is responsible for Treasure Lane's current enterprise?
I'm saying that Treasure Lane had abandoned his store or his website. The only thing he had over there was a button. He wasn't selling t-shirts. He wasn't doing anything. The shirts that he do now, I feel like I inspired him to do that. He might think not, but he wasn't doing that before Heidi Fly came. He recently started doing shirts in the last couple of years. His website was it was dusty. I got videos on private. I could pull them up where I used to drag him about not having the business, not having nothing on his website, not having no products, not having no clothes, nothing. He didn't have nothing. Now Treasure Lane makes shirts. That was not before Heidi Fly. That was post Heidi Fly. Five Babe shirts, post Heidi Fly. VS LLC trademarks, post Heidi Fly. Five Babe trademarks and LLC, post Heidi Fly. These hoes did not think of themselves as a brand, and I refuse to believe that any bitch can come out here and say they was. Bree wasn't no brand. Pissy Pizarro ain't no brand. None of these motherfuckers was solidified in paperwork as a brand. Duchess Kelly Love, none of them.
Dang, she done broke her microphone, all that yelling. See? Oh Lord. Well, Heidi is, I guess, letting out some frustration from many years ago. She's saying that she's gave these people masked business acumen. Excuse me. Has given them business acumen that they are capitalizing on to this day, and that she's responsible for the growth and revenue generation of Treasure Lane Enterprise. So very interesting, very very interesting.
Right. But they're not gonna say that. They're not gonna tell you that type of shit. Take Brownie. Brownie, go. Go, 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 go. Go! Oh my God, the dog.
Heidi, I wanted to ask you: have you traveled internationally performing with your music?
Yes, I
Mhm.
toured for 10 years.
What's your
Um,
favorite? What's your favorite country
oh
to
my
perform
God,
in?
I love Asia. I toured in Singapore, Malaysia. Um, I really love Singapore. I really fell in love with the Asian culture.
Okay.
I got really slim when I was there because I think naturally women are competitors.
Hmm.
And when I got there, like a size 6 was fat in the Asian culture. So I did get really slim. I was like a 2 when I was there because I was like, I remember going shopping and a lot of the clothes, like my size was extra large. So I will say
Hmm.
the Asian women are very slim. Shout out to y'all. But me going to a different culture and living there, like I ain't finna be the fat bitch. So I will say I got really slim in Asia. I got really slim, but I fell in love with the culture. I fell
Yeah,
in
their
love with the
clothes are really
haircuts.
small. Yeah, their
It was
clothes are
crazy.
really small for
Oh
black
my God.
women.
Yeah,
You
and they be
gotta.
trying to send that crap over here to the United States. So I'm like, how in the hell this is a 2X? This ain't no damn 2X. This is a damn L or whatever it is.
I was
Yeah.
Yes,
stationed in
Dominique. Yes.
Thailand,
Yeah.
Japan, Korea. I've been all over Asia in the military,
Oh
so
wow.
very familiar with the culture, how tiny the women are. So if you didn't be able to fit their clothing and for it to be too small, you was super slender.
Yeah, yeah, Big Homie, that's beautiful because I want to go to Tokyo. I haven't been in Tokyo. So
Oh, Tokyo,
I'm impressed.
Japan has a lot of. They're very much into black culture. Certain areas of Korea also are very much into black culture.
Yeah.
Um,
I've been to
so
Germany. You been to Germany?
yeah, I was stationed in Germany. Absolutely. Well,
Oh,
Munich is
nice.
nice. Have you been to Munich?
No, I haven't been to Munich.
What part of Germany were you? Berlin
I I would have to check my passport. I don't remember what part. And I've
for
also been to
touring?
Russia.
When it
Have
comes
you
to
been to Russia?
touring, I've been to Russia. Yeah, I've been all throughout that border of Russia. When
Wow.
it comes to Germany, Frankfurt is a huge touring area.
Okay,
Berlin,
that's it. Frankfurt, Germany. That's where I went. I went to
yeah,
Frankfurt.
a lot of black culture, a lot of hip hop culture in Frankfurt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you've been out there.
Yeah.
That was before the beef sector.
Oh yeah, like these people look, the only reason I even got on social media is because I was retired from my entertainment industry. I was off tour. I had my baby, I found, new love in my life and I was retired. I was bored. My daughter was at school, my husband was at work, and
Hmm.
I was bored. I needed an adult to talk to. So I started getting on YouTube as a way of having some adult time. And VS saw one of my videos and VS shared me and the
Mm.
rest is history. She did share me, but I didn't understand what was going on at the time. But VS shared me, and all them hoes followed me and was kissing my ass because VS shared me. So at the end of the day, all this shit that they talking, bitch, y'all can shut the fuck up because I organically came on the beef sector, and the boss of you bitches, who all you hoes scared of, Brianna, Pissy Pizarro, y'all scared to death of VS. Y'all so scared of that girl, it don't make no sense. That bitch saw my video, shared me, and pulled me into the beef sector. I didn't try to come into the beef sector. I was doing motherfucking videos about my fashion family. I was doing mukbangs and shit. And I did a video about Sean Bradley. He was dragging Nicole Tyler. I didn't know none of them. I had no idea that I would touch flesh with these people. And I seen him dragging her. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe what this guy is saying to this lady. And I went live and made a video. I didn't know anybody. I just organically made that video. Sometimes I wish I wouldn't have never made that video. Sometimes I wish I do. But then other times I go, I'm here for a reason. It got to be a bigger reason because I did not try to be in the beef sector. That was not my goal. I didn't know nothing about no beef sector. I never thought that I would be online dragging motherfuckers. I never thought that. Okay. So you got to credit VS for bringing me, for sharing my video. And I got here. Okay. They pulled me into the vortex.
And the rest was history. I know you got this
and the rest
reality.
was history.
I know you got this reality show going on. Tell people about your reality show.
Yeah, so I have two reality shows. I have the Baddest of the Beef Sector, which is a reality show about what goes on my podcast. And then I have the Official Fly House. And the Official Fly House is my reality show with my cast. And I have a cast of 9. I can't remember right now. I'm a little tipsy. I've been cooking and drinking and eating. But I have a cast, and they stayed in a mansion. I put them in a big ass mansion, and they are competing for money to fund their dreams, to follow their dreams. But they are competing in different competitions, and the person that wins everything in the end won. Okay, because the show has been filmed. They won the overall prize. And so
where,
that's
where
what
can
that shows.
people watch this at? Where can people watch your show at?
I'm sorry?
Where can people watch your show?
Oh, it's on Patreon. Baddest of the Beef Sector Season 1 is the name of my Patreon. It's Baddest of the Beef Sector. But it's on Patreon. But the reality show with the cast is also going to be featured on VMO, my VMO channel as well. I do have a VMO channel where I back up everything on my Patreon is backed up on other platforms. So, yeah.
All right, that's
Thank
what I'm
you
talking
for
about.
asking, Big Homie.
Black Girl
I
Magic.
appreciate
Black
that.
Girl Magic.
Somebody got a question for you. Why did you leave the T mukbang sector? Are you and B Love sisters still friends?
You know what? I am a what do you call it? Like a traveler spirit. I mingle and mix with everyone. I've been like that since I was little. Since junior high, high school, I've always had friends of different types. Always. I left. I didn't really leave the T sector. It's just that things that were going on it got deep, and I wasn't relevant in the situation. So I'm not just gonna put myself in a situation where it's that deep, and it has nothing to do with me. I'm not an OG of that sector. And I felt like that was something the OGs of that sector needed to deal with. So I kind of like backed off and let them handle their own discretion and their own, kerfuffles. I don't know the history. I'm not from their history. So, I just kind of, pull back from it a little bit. But I'm still on the T sector. I still fuck with I fuck with the T sector. I fuck with the celebrity sector, CJ So Cool sector, royalties life sector. I'm a mingler. I fuck with everybody. That's just who I am. And me and Adrian Slays, we're not friends anymore. But I don't feel like we're enemies. She's dealing with a lot of mental issues. A lot of stuff came out since then. We found B Love's Life came out and said that she had mental issues, that her sister was on medication. The bitch is bipolar, tripolar, and some more shit. I don't know, but I do feel like I will always have love for her because our friendship was organic. She came to Atlanta. I talked to her about her plastic surgery and everything. She went and got her surgery. I feel like I was a positive force in her life at the time. But I'm not going to be nobody's narrative if you're trying to run game and lie on me. So that's what that was about. But honestly, I just feel like because of her mental issues, I don't really hold her to the same as someone who's not like going through like, you know, she's literally medicated for a mental issue. So now I think about it and I go, okay, maybe she like freaked out because she's, schizophrenic or something, allegedly. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I know it's like allegedly schizophrenia, bipolar. Like Adrian got like shit going on with her. So, but in my hearts of hearts, I still do love her as a person, but I've gotten away from her. So.
Yeah, everybody's in your life for a season and for a reason. So,
Yeah.
All right, Heidi, give me the hottest place in Atlanta to take a date for dinner.
Oh my goodness. Right now, let's say the Wagyu house. Go to the Wagyu house. It's sexy. And a lot of people have not experienced Wagyu steak. And it's very reasonable. It fits every budget. And it's beautiful and you have a great time. So check out the Wagyu
Candlelight.
house.
Gotta have candlelight. Candlelight.
Yes, at night. It's rooftop.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
So where are you from?
I'm a military brat. So I was born abroad overseas. And I've traveled my family my whole life, and I'm a military man. I left active duty and now part-time military and work in corporate America. I was born abroad on a military base,
What country?
Germany.
Zimbabwe.
Oh, he said Zimbabwe.
No, Sir King said that. I guess he's saying that because he doesn't want me to say it, but
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah, I was
What about the
born in
old lady? What about the old lady gang?
Who's
Should
the
we
old
yeah.
lady gang?
should we go Vic?
That's
Should we go eat there?
Candy, the real
No,
from Real Housewives. Real Housewives. I think it's her mother and
Yeah,
them's
yeah.
restaurant.
She closed it down. She closed it down.
Did you get a chance to go before they closed it?
I did go. I also went to K Michelle's restaurant. K Michelle's restaurant was really cute and quaint and sexy. Old lady gang. I just remember waiting forever. I remember the mac and cheese being hard and dry. At that time, I didn't film it. It wasn't like something I wanted to film because it was just like basic. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a full, like if you're doing it for a tourist situation, it's not a tourist attraction. It's just
Mm.
basic. And it smelled like pine sol. I can't stand smelling cleaning products at a restaurant. I don't want to smell pine sol. I don't want to smell dirty mop water. Like,
Hmm.
So that was
So
a
there's a
turn
lot
off
of
for me.
celebrities that have restaurants in Atlanta. Give me your top celebrity restaurant, celebrity owned or celebrity franchise restaurant in Atlanta. If there is one that you think is up there.
Well, I haven't been to many. I was going to go to Ti or Frost. It was certain restaurants I put out there, but my cousin came to town recently and she went to Frost restaurant. She said she liked it. I had her bring me a chicken salad. It was all right, but I feel like if you're going to judge a restaurant, you need to be there. So that was Kurt and Rashida. But
Yeah.
like I said, I tried K Michelle's restaurant. It was awesome. I have
Hmm.
pictures and everything on my Instagram.
Okay.
But and now Ti's restaurant we're gonna go try. We haven't tried it yet, but I want to go try it. But I haven't tried it yet. And then Two Chains has a restaurant here, Escrow Bar. I haven't tried it yet. Yeah, I haven't tried that yet either. But yeah, but as far as celebrity owned now, I don't know if you know about. I really enjoyed the New York restaurant. Let me think. What's the name of it? What's his name? The Italian guy from Casino. What's the guy from Casino?
Casino.
Nobu. Nobu. Nobu.
Nobu. Okay.
So the restaurant called Nobu in New York. It's very exclusive. It's very hard to get into. We went there with this band called Fuel, really popular band called Fuel. The lead singer was really into me. I have a whole story time about him, but he got us into Nobu, and Nobu is very exclusive. You have to have like 2 weeks notice to get in.
Mhm.
What is his name? From Casino. The guy
Um,
that was married to Sharon Stone from Casino.
Sharon Stone.
Robert De Niro. I know.
Robert De Niro. He owns Nobu. So we went to Robert De Niro's restaurant Nobu in Manhattan, New York. So I can say right now that was my favorite celebrity restaurant thus far.
Okay.
It was very exclusive. It was very beautiful. I mean, just the whole experience make you feel like, you're creme de la creme. If
Hmm.
you're going to
Hmm.
spend your money like that, you might as well be treated really well. And so I would say Nobu. Have you ever been to any of the Nobu chains, Big
I
Homie?
actually have not. I know there's one in California. I have not been to Nobu, but I've heard a lot about Nobu, definitely. Um, but I think when it comes to like dining, fine dining, a lot of the a lot of the fine dining, like for example, Old Lady Gang, I guess they considered that fine dining, though it wasn't. But a lot of the black owned fine dining places don't really live up to standard, or a place where you want to drop a lot of money, several $100s to $1,000 on dinner, because you want to get full. You want to have a meal that satisfies your urges, and you want to have a good drink, and you want to have great customer service. So to get all those things combined is actually hard to find that kind of environment. Where you bring all your friends out. So that's why I asked you. I do business. I travel to Atlanta, and I'm always looking for. There's always a new eatery in Atlanta. There's always a new place to eat at.
Right. And well, I'm from Texas, so it's not as classy as being in Dallas, where I would
Mhm.
probably go to the mansion at Turtle Creek and dine in that general area. Georgia is a bit different. I think Georgia, like when Gladys Knight restaurant was open, we used
Mhm.
to go there all the time. Gladys Knight
I
chicken and
remember that. I've
waffles.
been there. And that's one place that I've been. I thought the
Oh
customer
my
service
God.
was
The food
amazing.
was it was busting, right? It was busting.
Yeah.
I met Monique there. Monique.
Yeah. I met Gladys Knight there.
Oh, I met
Yeah.
Monique there.
I know her son, ran it into the ground, but
Yeah.
I thought
And
they
I think
had.
it's closed now. Is it closed? I think it's
Yeah,
closed
it's
now.
shut down. All the locations
Yeah.
are shut
The
down.
early
But
2000s was busting. It's
they
it's
had
it's
good, they had
completely
very good
different here
customer
now.
service. They had good food in there, and that's actually hard to find. Like fine dining today, you really got to know your way around to find a good place to take your family and friends and really enjoy your meal. Good, excellent service. Where you can tip well and feel good about it and have a good time. It's an art.
Yeah.
Fine dining is actually an art.
Yeah. I took Jay Wilson to the rooftop at the I think we were at the W. We might have been at the W or the I would have to double check, but it was pretty nice. Um
And he's never been treated like that before, right? You rolled out the red
right.
carpet. You're a
And
very
he's
gracious
never
host.
yeah,
You're
I
a very
thought Jay
gracious
Wilson
host.
was
You
my
know how to
friend.
host people.
Yeah.
Yep, you know how to host people, and I'm
Yeah,
aware of
I
those
I love
episodes.
Jay Wilson. I really thought, Jay Wilson was my friend. I really had serious love for him. I love Jay Wilson. And I booked Jay Wilson because I was like, this is my friend. And if I was to book someone else, I would pay them. So let me pay my friend. It was like I thought he was my friend. I could have booked any Z-list real life celebrity on TV. But I
Hmm.
fucked with Jay Wilson, and he's going through financial woes, and back then he was
Hmm.
really going through financial woes. So I was trying to be a friend, and
Yeah.
it's just disappointing because not only did I book him, I covered all his costs as far as food
Mhm.
and everything, and it was because I loved Jay Wilson. That was my fucking friend. No matter what nobody said, no matter how much he lied or talked about bitches, that was my
Mhm.
motherfucking friend, and I was gonna ride for him. and I
Yeah,
just
you
did
gave him
not
the
get that in
VIP. You gave
return.
him the VIP treatment for sure. You're a very
Absolutely.
gracious host. Like you didn't have
So
to go that far, but you
so
did
Heidi,
because you
let me
considered
ask
him
you
a
this. Heidi, let me ask you this. Because people are going to get, if they hear this on a playback, they're going to sit up here and believe that what he's saying now, he said then. But I can tell you at the time, he didn't say that all that stuff that he was saying that there's no friends on YouTube, was he? Like he's currently
Exactly,
saying?
exactly, Sir King. At the time, me and Jay Wilson got cool. We've been cool for years. He didn't used to say that.
Right.
That's within the past, literally
Two
like maybe a
years.
year and a half,
Yeah.
barely a year, maybe a year, maybe a year.
Hmm.
Jay Wilson didn't used to say ain't no friends on YouTube. Jay Wilson started saying that after he got busted for having the Airbnb. The Airbnb thing was the most recent after the when Wiley busted him on Grinder. So this was more recent when he had his Airbnb and then he got fired. Jay Wilson is taking out what's happened to him from being unwise on YouTube, getting exposed and exploited, and then he began to start saying ain't no friends on YouTube because what was happening to him. That's why anytime something happened to people, he goes, oh, nobody cared when it would happen to me. Y'all got to understand, Jay Wilson has a vendetta. He wants to get back at the beef sector. He wants to get back at everybody. He don't have no feelings because everything that happened to him that he act like, oh, it wasn't no big deal, that shit hurt him for real. That shit hurt him in real life. I talked to this man for 2 hours when this man was bashing Shelly, bashing Kim, just Kimmy, bashing Tracy. I'm on the phone with him telling him, man, they women. You just got to treat them equally. Just don't be like that. You know, these are women. You got to handle women a certain kind of way. He was like, fuck them bitches. You know what I'm saying? It's so much shit I'm really trying to hold back on Jay Wilson.
And what happened with the Airbnb? Because we didn't really
Well,
hear
he got
that.
exposed for using his house as an Airbnb. So
Right.
that was another source of income that got cut off because he stopped doing that because the beef sector found out about it. So it's like, and then gradually he started saying, "Ain't no friends on YouTube. Ain't no friends on YouTube. Ain't no." But that was post. That was later. I've been cool with him way before he was saying that.
Right.
And again, we talk behind the scenes. I have to get off the phone with Jay Wilson. He's still on the phone with me so long, telling me about and my thing is, he started to, so yeah, I didn't think I was included in that. We didn't talk behind the scenes. He led me to believe that I wasn't included in There's No Friends on YouTube. You see what I'm saying? But then when you're showing that you're not a friend, you're not a friend. I need you to be cool with me behind the scenes. I don't give a fuck if the beef sector support me here and there, the content creators here and there. I'm talking about you, a motherfucker that I support that ain't even calling me behind the scenes saying, Heidi, how your show going? I know we filmed for your show. What's going on? This motherfucker ain't said nothing. That was my grievance. Like, why my motherfucking homeboy ain't supporting my show? Sir King don't owe me that. Did Dirty Foot don't owe me that. Nobody don't owe me that. These bitches ain't lining up saying they my friend. Jay Wilson is. Why he not supporting my show that he's a part of? Timothy Blaine had to come out here and talk about my show. Timothy Blaine did that. I give him more credit than Jay Wilson. Like, I ain't even mad at Timothy Blaine no more. He fuck with me more than Jay Wilson on the low. He might be talking shit, but really, Timothy Blaine fuck with me. He showed me that he fuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what made me look at Jay Wilson and say, you don't fuck with me. Why is Timothy Blaine fucking with me more than you? And that shit fucking hurt it. It really hurt it.
I can imagine. Especially you did what you did for him. So and I think he feels that way to some degree. That's why he was listening so intently yesterday.
RR MASH videos, like I said, I fuck with Mother. I fuck with Spillet. If Spillet mad, then Spillet gonna be mad. But the facts are the facts. Spillet wasn't making t-shirts before Heidi came. Spillet wasn't cutting out those prints He didn't buy that screen printer before Heidi Fly. Ball mouth, snagger tooth, read the heart of Philadelphia was not making shirts before Heidi Fly. That bitch can't even write another book. She making t-shirts.
No, she wrote another book. She got one plan. It's very
Well,
interesting.
good, cause she hasn't wrote one since she wrote the one about me. I inspired that hoe to write the
Well,
beef sector book.
well, Heidi, listen. Her next book is about to be about a transvestite and them being selling drugs or something like that. And one of them.
Ooh, child.
So that should be
But
interesting.
again, I didn't even know her. She was so intrigued by me. See,
Hey,
the
Miss
thing
Anderson.
is, they were all intrigued by VS. They were all in love with VS. But when VS shared me, they all went crazy. People I didn't even know. Shish Trish was doxing me. I didn't even know her. They always trying to figure out who is this woman that VS done shared. And I don't even know VS history on the beef sector. I don't even know who this girl is. I didn't even know I was being shared. I didn't know about community walls. I didn't know nothing. And all these bitches was mad. How dare she share this hoe? So they all started fucking with me. I didn't know these bitch. None of them can tell you what Heidi did to them. Not Bree fat ass, not pissy Pizarro, none of them. I ain't do nothing to VS. Do you know that VS busted a nut to me? VS was so mad at Mona. When I was cool with Mona, she said, oh, that ain't shit. I done already busted a nut to her. This bitch busted a nut to me. This how much they were fighting over me. VS used to be so sexually attracted to me that she came live and told Mona, oh, you ain't doing nothing, you can have her, because I already busted a nut to that. I ain't even know these hoes. This bitch masturbated to me, watching my lives. VS, yes. And keep in mind, I didn't even know these hoes was gay at the time. When I first came on the beef sector, I didn't know VS was gay. I didn't know Sweet Ma was gay. I didn't know these hoes was gay. Sweet Ma, Nay Rob, they fell out with Mona because Mona got cool with me. VS fell out with me because I got cool with Mona. But they were lesbians, like picking hoes. I didn't know that they were lesbians. Like if I would have knew they was lesbians, then I would have said, okay, these hoes, you know, they're attracted to me. I didn't know that. The only person I knew was gay was Mona. I didn't know Sweet Ma was gay. At the time, I didn't know Nay Rob was gay yet. I didn't know VS was gay. I didn't know they was gay yet. So these are gay women fighting over me. I don't know they gay yet. And I still think Deanna gay. I still think Viewers of View is gay. I still think Olivia the Oracle is gay. It's a lot of these bitches that used to fuck pussy, want some pussy, had some pussy. Ain't no way I'm a grown ass motherfucker. I've been on this motherfucking earth for motherfucking decades. Ain't no way you gonna tell me after 3 decades and some change that Deanna don't like pussy. Everybody done moved on, but Deanna's still mad at Heidi because I was supposed to come visit her. I ended up going to the show instead of coming down there to visit her. She been mad ever since. That bitch cannot get over it. And she was supposed to be at the show. That's the only reason I went. $30K and Deanna told me to be there. And now she mad.
So, but Heidi, why don't you just make peace and go down there?
That motherfucking hoe is mad. I'm not going to see that dirty bitch. You stupid. That hoe still mad. That hoe still. She kissing everybody ass. That's why she say that. I'm kissing everybody ass because I did not come see her. She was promoting my lip kiss. She was Heidi Fly. Deanna was my #1 fan. But she told me, Tiny, I'm doing a show. Heidi, come back on your platform. They're going to give $30K. Me and Viewers of View. Viewers of View even said it. They had already signed their paperwork. Deanna signed paperwork, believe it or not. She signed paperwork with Ty. Okay. And it was supposed to be $30K. The only reason I went to that show was for the $30K. And Deanna co-signed it. And this bitch is mad like she didn't have nothing to do with it. That's why you gotta watch hoes like that. This motherfucking bitch staged the coup, set me up. I went to the shit, but why she mad though? But even at the end of the day, 4 years later, why she still mad? Bitch, you wasn't there. You didn't show up. Fuck you. Why are you still mad? Because she wanted me to come see her. She wanted to eat my pussy. She wanted me to come see her. Deanna is mad because I did not come see her. She got to get over it. Everybody else is over it. The beef sector over the show. Everybody over it. But Deanna is, Rick Reed don't give a, Rick Reed come out here and start shit and kiss my ass right after. Right, Rick Reed, that nigga wanted to be my nigga. He wanted to fuck me. He wanted to be my nigga. And that's why Rita ball mouth ass mad and Deanna mad. Cause y'all homeboy wanted to fuck. He wanted to be my man. I got the receipts.
Well, how do you know this, Heidi?
I got the receipts.
But what did the receipts say?
In my motherfucking email. Rick Reed know he wanted to fuck me.
Okay, it doesn't say, hey, baby, I want you. What did they say?
Yeah, he wanted to be my man. He wanted to go against Rita. He wanted to go against Rita. He wanted me to be on his team. He wanted to be my man. He wanted to write raps for me. He wanted to fuck with me. If I would have fucked with Rick Reed, there would be no Deanna. There would be no Rita. When he brought Rita, they all came out here. But soon as he got out here, who did he reach out to? How to fly? See, these bitches mad because every last one of them reached out to me behind the scenes. And I said, no, thank you. Because after I seen what Rick did to Rita, I knew I couldn't trust him. So I would never let him get too close to me. I got plenty of receipts. But see, Sir King, you know, the shit's so old. This shit is old. You know what I'm saying? You know, kidney stones, Rick and Ricardo, all that shit is old at this point.
Freddy's dog, yeah, I know.
Yeah, but let's keep remembering. VS wanted to fuck me. Rick wanted to fuck me. Okay? Those two, they wanted to fuck. Deanna wanted me at her house to potentially get to fuck me. These bitches are gay and bisexual, and they are attracted to me. I didn't catch that shit till much later. Like I said, I didn't know these bitches was gay. And that's why when they say, oh, the beef sector done turned into the gay sector. Well, you lesbians, properly bona fide, you lesbians, what's that other bitch name? Miss Cruiser. You download, y'all been gay. That's the reason why y'all so mad at me. See, if these hoes would get angry and then, you know, okay, for a reason, it gotta be a reason. Y'all bitches are sexually attracted to me. That's why you get the big pushback like you're getting. Pissy Pizarro is gay. That fucking bitch is a dyke. She wanna fuck Heat. She been wanting to fuck Heat for years.
Ooh.
Let's keep it trill.
Oh my.
That bitch got a nigga that come when she got some money. When she ain't got no money, that nigga gone. Don't nobody want Pizarro.
Nobody.
But these niggas who chasing views on the internet.
Yep.
They're chasing views. Views on the internet does not equate to real clout in real life. Let's look how they living in real life. Pizarro is the bottom of the motherfucking barrel. Anybody chasing Pizarro for a number is a joke. Bree is a big, fat, obese, not 100-pound bitch. I could never be jealous of. I don't give a fuck if that hoe got 20K per view. I wouldn't be jealous of a bitch like that. Your life is done. You're done. It's over with. It's destroyed. Bitch, this shit, bitch, you're in your early 30s. Early 30s. Bitch, you ain't even, bitch, your body mat, your weight mat, you're living as if you're a 65-year-old woman. I don't give a fuck about a Bree. But what I do give a fuck about is them hoes tried to play me. When VS got locked up and she got banned.
Heidi, but you gotta understand, Bree got a man and kids now.
Man, fuck that. Bree wanted to be with you, Sir King. Bree
I
wanted
know.
you.
Yes, she
Bree
did.
wanted you.
Mm.
You played in her face. You played with her.
I gave her hope.
You gave that whole hope, and she fell in love. And you said, "Okay, bitch, I was just playing. Let me stop right now. I was just playing."
Well, she got
You
8
you
kids
had
and a
to cut it
man.
off because the hoe was serious. Keep it real.
I don't know. No, she started listening to other people now, but now she got a man.
You don't
So
want that. Oh, so you saying if she wouldn't have listened to other people, you would have fucked with her?
I would have continue to give her hope.
You would have gave. Oh, right. You would have gave her hope, but you wouldn't have gave her no chance, Sir King. Would you have run up in it?
Chance equal hope. Well, she got somebody right now currently running right up in it with a whole football team. Have you heard?
But would you have ran up in it if she'd paid you?
Well, I
Did
would
she have to
definitely.
pay for the thing?
Let me just say, I would definitely need a head start if that was going to happen. If you're talking about run up in it.
Cause Sir King, she was in love with you. She was in love with you. She said she didn't care if she seen your face. She didn't care if you was imaginary, if you were playing with her motherfucking emotions. She was gonna fuck with you. What made you say, I'm not gonna play this game with her no more?
No, she said she wasn't going to play the game no more. She was listening to other people who were, I guess, companionless, and she decided to listen to them. So she cut it off. She thought it was part of the show.
So you would have played the game if she wouldn't have cut it off. You would have kept it going.
Yes, because I'm a provider of hope. Yes.
Okay, so look, let's say hypothetically you'd have met her. Would you run up in that? Like, let's keep it true. Would you run up in Bree?
No, I would not do that.
I just wanted to know. I just want. Would you run up in? Would you put it in me?
Nah, because I gotta respect your marriage.
Oh, thank you. That was a great answer. Well, why you wouldn't put it in Bree?
Because I don't want her to put me on alimony or child
not
support,
married?
whatever.
Yeah, you ain't got no kids with her.
She got 8 kids already and a man, so she good. I'm serious. I'm serious. She's got a man now that's a professional lawnmower man, and he's got 8 kids, and she's decided to take on that responsibility of being their stepmama, and that's the life she's living right now. I'm not lying. I'm not being facetious. I'm being serious.
And Sir King, when you first came out here though, let me tell the truth. Like, you really had a mystique. We really was like, we really did fuck with you. Like, you had a whole mystique to you. You gave birth to Lemon. That's your son, right?
No, that ain't my son.
I remember we used to check that bitch and put him in the corner on punishment. I remember that shit. He used to be like, "I'm sorry, I'm not gonna talk anymore." That bitch used to be submissive to you.
You know they gonna clip this, right?
Heidi, I'm looking at your
But
picture.
Sir
Is
King, when you
there
first
some-
came out here, the bitches was intrigued by you. The bitches wanted you.
They still are.
D-Ho be trying to lie now, but at that time, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of these bitches, they wanted you, sir. They wanted you, Sir King. You could have fucked any of these hoes. You could have had any of these hoes.
I enjoy being STD free, so I'm good. Thank you. I'm good,
You didn't
Heidi.
want 7 STDs. I know that's right.
You're so stupid. What were you saying, Urban?
I was saying I'm looking at her picture. That looks like some creative art going on there, like after the fact. Picture was taken first, and then you added some things. Is that correct, Heidi?
What picture?
Your avatar.
Your avatar picture.
Oh no, that's a picture of me. I was in the car. We were headed to the gas station.
Is that what you were?
I was
Is that
going
what
to
you
get.
were actually wearing? Because it looks like art was added.
No, it's a bustier.
Oh, okay.
I have on a bustier and a ball cap. And I
Okay,
have
it
a
looks like
necklace
looks like it
on.
was drawn on. The bustier is
No, some they was definitely getting a boost.
It actually it does look drawn on. It looks like a censorship, right?
that's what I thought. Yeah, that you were censoring it. Yeah.
But it's actually I have on like a black bustier on that picture.
Oh wow. Sir King after dark.
I know,
I
lovely
know, right?
love, lovely love, and another person. I love lovely love, and I know I don't express it all the time. I don't come out here doing videos all the time, but it's a lot of people on this sector that I really do. I love lovely love. I love me some Krista. I love Lady Dimples. I love me some Queen Tulsa. I love it is certain people I fuck with. I don't know who's fighting or who's not fighting. I'm not in that. I fuck with Ness. I like Ness. You know what I'm saying? So it's like because I'm not active on the beef sector and I like certain people, other motherfuckers be mad. Oh, she like her. Well, fuck you, bitch. Cause one motherfucking thing we not gonna do is tell Heidi who to like and where to go. All that shit back in the day is gone with the wind, bitch. That shit is old and done with. I didn't do it in the beginning and I'm not gonna do it now. I don't have no beef with people. If y'all beefing, y'all beefing. Don't take it out on me. But if I come in your motherfucking chat and you trying to play coy and bougie like you all that, bitch, I'll never come back. Because I don't know who y'all fighting. I don't know who mad at who. I fuck with Tracy. It's people I fuck with Quanney. It's people I fuck with that y'all might not fuck with. I don't know what's going on. I'm not in y'all shit. I'm not active on this sector. Don't be trying to make me pick a motherfucking side in 2025. Because I'm not going to do it. I didn't do it when I got here. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I've always been called the wild card. Ever since I've been on this bitch, they be like, Heidi the wild card. Heidi the wild card. Because they don't know which way I'm going to go. Because you cannot make me pick your side. I'm a grown-ass motherfucking woman. Like, VS wanted to own me. These bitches, Deanna, this bitch want me to go sit up under her. Bitch, are you fucking crazy? Do you know what I've accomplished in my life? Bitch, I've been around the world and you ain't never been there. Why would I let you daughter me? You my daughter, bitch. You gonna come sit up under me, if anything. I'm not finna sit up under no bitches now. That's one motherfucking thing I'm not finna do. Bitch, I was born before you. Bitch, I been here, ho. So I think that they thought that they met some little sensitive, submissive ass little, girl with the white guy, and she's gonna be, we're gonna dog her. I think that's what they thought they met. They didn't know that the white guy is with the black girl. The black girl ain't with the white guy. The white guy signed up for my life. I didn't sign up for his. He in my motherfucking life, bitch. It's a bunch of shit over here, bitch, before I met him. A whole bunch of gangster shit. Rick Reed told y'all. So, let's not get it twisted.
Well, Lovely want us making sure we don't get it twisted that, or you don't get it twisted that she's not Lovely Love. She wanted me to tell you that.
Well, I wasn't talking about Lovely One. I don't know her. I'm talking about Lovely Love, not you, boo. I never said your name. I said Lovely Love. I fucks with Lovely Love, a OG in this bitch. OG subscriber, whatever you want to call her. I fuck with Lovely Love. Lovely Love did a skit. She dressed up as me for one of the Halloween costumes. I am the most, Heidi Fly has been the most parody done on. Out of all the parodies, Heidi Fly, they pretended to be Heidi. VS was Heidi Fly. Lovely Love. A bitch I didn't even know at VS Halloween costume. Another bitch. Who else? Bitches on the T sector dressed as Heidi. Bitches everywhere I go. They do skits about Heidi. Everywhere I go, motherfuckers want to see who Heidi Fly is. Bitch, don't play with it. I digress.
They even said that Big Man TV tried to dress up as you. Is that true?
I didn't even know he did that. And I took up for him after people was calling him retarded. So if he did that, that's on him. But I took up for that motherfucker. But I'm not even going to get into that. But bed wench. Okay, so let's talk about bed wench. If we're going to talk about bed wench, then we need to talk about field niggas, okay? We're going to talk about bed wenches. We're going to talk about field niggas. So which one are you? Are you a field nigga or are you a bed wench?
Child, see, I answer his questions.
See,
You'll
are
get
you a
that
tar baby? What the fuck are you? Are you a cotton picker? What the fuck going on in here? See, that's the problem with the black culture. You motherfuckers need to wake up and stop being prejudiced amongst your own in your own fucking culture, you dumb bitch. Stop the motherfucking prejudice in your own culture. Stop being a bigot, bitch. How can you sit here and fight against bigotry when you're a bigot? You can't ask people to not be prejudiced and racist against black folks when you're being a bigot against me and other cultures. So do you think they're going to say, oh, we're going to leave black people alone, but black people keep fucking with other people? You want to keep being prejudiced and a bigot? They're going to do it to you. You cannot preach one thing and be something else. I love all cultures. So if you want to be a bigot in the black community, then you do that, bitch. I hope you feel good, but that's not what I am. And bitch, I hope that you deal with prejudice in your life. For every time that you're a bigot to a black person, I hope that another culture gets your motherfucking ass. You do not have any right to ask any culture to treat you with equality if you are a bigot, bitch. So take your bed wenches, your house niggas, your field niggas, your cotton pickers, all that fucking slavery shit. You take that and you take that to your sector, bitch. I don't want nothing to do with it because my people are survivors of slavery. Okay, let me tell you something about a black woman like Heidi. I am free to love and be with whoever the fuck I want to be with because I'm free. As a black woman, I trust me. I trust that I, as a black woman, am going to make the best decisions for my black ass. So you can eat my motherfucking shit, bitch. Stop being a bigot, hoe.
I am free.
Hey Heidi, what's your favorite fragrance? What do you wear on a regular basis?
Oh, right now I am wearing Carrera Herrera, Bad Boy, Good Girl. I'm also wearing Gucci. I am also, but because I mix fragrances,
You kind of
and
create
I
your own.
also
You
have
create your own mixtures.
yeah, I like to mix them up. I also let me look at this Versace. What is this? Okay, I have Versace Honey Blonde. I have Versace
Your voice
Blonde.
is fading out, Heidi. Your voice is fading out.
Because she's going to the armoire for you.
Yeah, I have. I
Well,
mean,
you can
like,
tell a lot about a woman by the fragrance that she wears.
yeah. Big homie really makes me feel like I can be a lady, you know. So
Mm.
Yeah, I'm a provider and a protector. Absolutely.
yeah, I can relax and be a motherfucking lady with him.
That's what I'm talking about.
But yeah, I
All
have
right, so
several
King, shut it
fragrances.
down.
What in the hell is going on?
What?
Oh, child. The honey trap has been set, Urban. All right, I'm gonna shut this down for Urban get in trouble. Heidi, any last words you want to say before we go?
No, look, no matter what you do, take Christ with you and you will make it
Amen.
out.
Yeah.
You will make it out. I'm a
And
testimony. That's why I say it.
yeah,
And you
I'm
guys,
familiar with
thank you
your
for
story.
having me up. You
I've
guys
heard you
have
talk
really
about
made
your
me
story.
feel you guys really made me feel like a lady. You guys made me feel like a queen and like I appreciate you, Sir King.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
welcome anytime, Heidi.
that's what men are supposed to do. That's what men are supposed to do. It's a pleasure to talk to you, Hardy.
It's a
It's my
pleasure.
first time, and yeah, we'll be talking again. I'll be popping in on your channel.
Oh no,
Thank you,
you
big
won't.
homie. Thank you.
We're gonna have a cigar together. What's a good cigar lounge in Atlanta?
Oh, that would be really sexy. Oh, we have the ice bar. That's the only one I know of right now. Is the ice bar.
Okay. Yeah, cigar lounge is a good place to network at.
Oh yeah. Let me know when you're in town. Bye, Sir King.
Bye, child.
Ciao,
Anyway,
ciao.
whew,
See, Sir King,
anyway,
you know, got me in trouble.
no, you got your own self in trouble. Any closing words you want to say, Urban? Child.
No, it's always a pleasure, Big Dog, to pop in on you. You know, I love the nation, all the moderators, all your longtime subscribers. You know,
Mm.
you've put together a very good crew. And so it's always a pleasure to pop in on you, Big Dog.
Oh, likewise, and we appreciate you popping in over here, offering your, your commentary and everything. So thank you.
All right.
All right, take care
Ciao.
now.
Yep.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Yeah. Woo, y'all! I didn't know Avatar Nation would become date connection, child, baby. Honey. Where I clip at? Random. Here you go.
Say what now? Freaks from I wanna tell ya, the freaks from Freak come out.
Y'all hear how Heidi going? Hey, big homie, you made me feel like a lady. Oh shit! When you coming to Atlanta? Ooh, the ice box is nice. Let me know when you come. I'll be picking down on you. Don't worry. See, this is a place of love, not a place of hate. A place where you can congregate and relate. We don't need all words. Ooh, child, I don't know. See, that's I don't know. Well, anyway, Treasure Lane, I guess, is tearing up Heidi. You go from love to hate, right? So Treasure Love, I guess, is over there, come out his box wherever he was to tear up Heidi, based on what they saying. I don't know, but hopefully y'all been thoroughly entertained. I don't think this video will get not monetized because Heidi was sitting up there cursing up a storm. So please feel free to send a gesture, the $ Sir King Crown. Let me tell you, things are getting hard out here. So Google went into my account. I called my bank up. I said, look, I want you to reimburse me the money. Oh, I don't really care about the money, but they charged me a overdraft fee, whatever kind of fee, because I had my shit budgeted. They talking about, oh no, we can't do that. Before I called any other month, it wasn't an issue. So that lets me know that they tightening up on things to let you know that things in the economy are getting tight too. But that's here nor there. That's just letting you know what's going on in the real world. But yeah, so thank y'all for those who will be here. Excuse me. Hopefully y'all been thoroughly entertained. That this live has been all over the place. We heard a lot of bit of things. But shame on Jay Wilson. If Heidi opened her door up, allows you to, have a peaceful and enjoyable stay. Because like I told y'all, his stance wasn't always there's no friends on YouTube. He started that shit 2 years ago. And I believe he thought he could have really had some friends on YouTube. I learned that lesson too. Um, you know, there ain't no people on YouTube. Just like, you think you'd be cool with people, but I always tell people you never know who they like more than you. And I thought Jay Wilson thought he could take these people. Jay Wilson thought he could take these people in real life. Five Baby said that she was going through his medicine cabinet and stuff like that. Her words, not mine. So you don't really know who these people, and that's just a cautionary tale about life. Be careful who you welcome into your home. You don't know who people are. I mean, that's sad. In a real world, we wish, well, peaceful world. In a optimal world, we would like to invite people over to our homes and hope they wouldn't try to betray our trust. But that's not the way things go. So unfortunately. All right. Read my damn comment. Girl, you've been putting a lot of comments in the damn chat. So I don't know which one it is. No, I'm not singing you no song. Do I look like a jukebox? When I cry, We cried together. There you go. There go your song, Randall. Girl, come over here, though. Man, like I'm a damn jukebox that she compressed and I sing. Oh, hell no. Beautiful Elliot says, I heard everything SK. This was epic. We'll see what they say in the morning. Olivia, please blow your nose and please just throw out all the mucus that you're gonna have to that is sitting up there that you're creating right now as you sleep, because nobody want to hear that with your overly aggressive negative ass. Oh, I don't know anybody would go over there. I ain't think nobody would go. It's so it's so Heidi was right. We don't even think you got a man. And if you do have a man, he was somebody else. Because anybody that's with you is pretty much going through purgatory. I'm sorry to say that, but damn. I was just like, ugh. So you know she could be a petty Betty. I tell you, leave my greens over there. Woo! And girl, Olivia, there's something about being neglectfully prideful. And what you're doing is you neglecting the right to not be prideful. Girl, change that damn avatar. We don't want to see you look, girl. Okay, yeah, all right. You sure you trying to be proud with the way you look, but no, that ain't it. That you just look like one of the Goonies. Y'all remember the Goonies? That movie that was, I don't know, I saw the other day. You look like one, no, you look like the head Goonie. You look like a Goonie, Olivia. Please stop. Please don't do that. That ain't nothing to like. I understand people say, I don't care if I'm ugly. I'm gonna show you what I look like. No, don't do that. Don't do that. You look like one of the Goonies. Olivia, change that. Change. Go use AI and ask it to make you look like you would have looked like what 50 years ago. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Y'all good? You said SK mother has some choice word for me. For me? For me, I know I know Cheryl sleep, but I know he had no trouble for me. I was quiet. All I asked was she the inspiration for Mother Enterprises? But he is busted concrete.
You did not respect it here. I've been sleeping with your man last year. We know you think you are the best. So let's put that pussy to the test. So don't stop, no stress, won't be no stress. So don't stop, no stress, no. Out of breath. Cause when you're rocking with a big bitch, you bound to get crushed.
Boom. Did y'all hear that? Do y'all feel like? Damn, the whole ground shaking. He over there trying to. Listen, y'all. That is his cheerleading tryout tape that he sent to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they told him, "Oh hell to the hell and the hell no." Okay, now how he coming for me when he's sending auditions out there? Did you see that belly? Did you see that belly in that dress? That belly was saying, "Free me, I can't breathe." Okay, and that's because he was sitting there trying to design a dress that would hold all that stuff in. Mad at me? What did I do? I just asked questions. That's all I did. That's all I did. I didn't say nothing about your big bald head. I didn't say nothing about you wearing Donna Summer dresses or blouses or whatever they want, or man pants in the summer. I didn't say nothing. So why are you mad at me for? I didn't do nothing. Anyway, just work on your cheerleading routine and maybe you might be part of the Pittsburgh Steelers cheerleading squad of 2026-27. What did I do? What did I do? I didn't do nothing. But anyway, that's it, y'all. We've been live for damn 3 hours and 45 minutes. I'll see y'all later. It's good to see some old faces like a random crafted gamer and everybody else. Thank you once again for Keenan for coming here to the panel. And thank you also to Heidi. Heidi was saying the dick word, dick, bitch, ho, 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 F-U-C-K-K. I was like, damn, Heidi.
Hello, bitch, come on. We're about to go suck dick.
Anyway. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Ooh, child. Hopefully y'all been thoroughly. You know what? Who gonna take us out? It's gonna be Jay. Oh, I can't say his first name. It's gonna be Treasure Lane, y'all. We gonna have Treasure Lane sit up here and take us out, y'all. We're gonna. Oh Lord. Well, this ain't Treasure Lane, is it? No.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Okay.
Ooh, child.
No, that's not Treasure Lane. That's too skinny. Here we go. Treasure Lane, y'all. Anyway, I'm out of here. Y'all take care. Have a good one, y'all. Woo, child. Bye, y'all. Have a good one. See you later. Y'all too sensitive out here on these YouTube streets. They want to talk about everybody, but nobody can talk about them. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of crazy, child. People weird. People weird. But anyway, I'm out of here. Y'all have a good one. Bye, y'all. Woo, child.
Yeah, not like.
That's how Pizarro look and sound with her jealous ass. And good night.